my back.
Jumaba na muti ewa Asantehemaa.
Yo, madam, I found I saw the BRC. I hear like what you say. What you want to hear? Yeah, I'm back for. I'm here, and I'm out to my own. Do you say bad? Yeah, you are not to buy him. Yeah, good time now. What's it to him? I will test a black wife in the front of Emma. And they probably hear him. Says it, and I remember I ever told him my black. It's in a hinna for no. It's a
So that is the Ahinananum group of Manhyia Palace who are currently on their way, singing and chanting their Asante war songs, letting the public know that indeed they are not happy with what has happened. They are mourning, and so they are fighting the death. And these are some of the songs that they do. What we do understand is that after the burial, that is where the final funeral rite will take effect. And that is where they are going to face death. They will be shooting and they will be doing a lot of things against death. And so that is the war. And that one, we are going to see different kind of things. But because the queen at the moment is lying in state, the things that they are doing wouldn't be aggressive as it used to be. And so these are some of the information we are getting so far as the funeral is concerned. Now there is also another delegation coming. We'll try and speak to them and know their role and their responsibilities here in the Manhyia Palace. Central Regional House of Chiefs. Central Regional House of Chiefs. Now, good. It's a never then I'm over here as the Central Regional House of Chiefs.
Oh, yes, Sabia. Yeah. Or 2-4, Sabia. No waka, waka.
It's a member of council, Bibi or her mobile.
And they do. I'm for the better.
So that is the Central Regional House of Chiefs delegation actually also entering into the Manhyia Palace. They have finished paying their last respect to the Asante Queen. They are currently moving into the main funeral grounds where they would also go and sit and sympathize with the Asantehemaa Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II. So that is what is happening. Now the paramount chief of Dominasi in Central Region, they are the people who have currently also arrived here. They are moving straight to where the funeral would also take place. Let me also remind you that the MPP delegation has also arrived. Nanabi, the national organizer, is here. I've also seen the Mono regional chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Abronye. He is also there with the MPP delegation. We are expecting to see the NDC delegation also here. Let me also engage this executioner. Gentlemen, Obaini, yes. So let me engage this language. Yes.
If you are out the region, yeah, Asantehemaa, I walk on to say, or KONADU YIE rara. Nayan Mamel Bato, we never say about Jamono, never someone say your Bapani, Emma Rara Santimai.
Rara Monso Jumadia Bana Mudiwo, Santimai,
Rara, the baby, you didn't say, Nana 2-4, Tenasia, yeah, the attend on the fast, yeah, if I hear my Rara, and I know 2-4.
It's a now mobile, a Mamma Council, Bribi Ben, a mobile.
Yo, Naya by Yade, Yabapani nearby him, Nana Paniodi and him. Never bet ye, and I know 2-4. Say about the Sumono, say Asantehemaa.
So that is the arrival of Bantamahene Bafo Amankwaitia, the Bantamahene, who is the warrior of the Asante Kingdom. So he's here with his army, and you can see how they are moving. That is the Bantamahene Bafo Usu Amankwaitia, the army warlord of the Asante Kingdom. They will say he's the war general, and so he has also arrived with his delegation together with his army, and that is what they are doing now. I would also try to speak to Bantamahene, one of his Abrafo. Nana, remember, oh, GH1 TV, so watch out and when you
That's all right. Yeah,
okay, so they said they want to station Bantamahene before they will move here. So the chiefs are coming in their numbers. As we told you, today is dedicated to paramount chiefs who are made up of the Asante Regional House of Chiefs, the National House of Chiefs. All these people are coming, and that is what they are coming to do today. Now we have one of the historians in the Asante Kingdom, Dr. Thomas Ajako Poku, the man with triple PhDs and uncountable diploma certificates. This is because he is well versed in the Asante Kingdom. He has written more than 7 history books of the Asante Kingdom. He is also here, and he is the former executive director of the Otumfuo Osetutu II Foundation. Doc, you're live on GH1.
Yes, and good morning to my listeners.
I mean, today is day 3. The traditional activities have taken off. What are we witnessing today?
We are moving on. As you have already said, this funeral is for the Asantehemaa and it's for all Ashantis. And that is why we are allowing this number of days for this program. As you saw from Monday, Tuesday, and today, Wednesday, all the Manhyias must come every morning, and they also come with their Edigrofo, Abrimpomfo to this funeral. So they are all coming, and we expect that by tomorrow, many people as possible have come to pay their tribute to the Naima, to say farewell to her before she goes away. And that is what you are seeing today.
Today, apart from we meeting here, what are some of the traditional things that is going on within the palace?
From Monday till today, whatever I've been doing is the same. Different people are coming. But Nananum, you see the same group of people coming. Perhaps those who couldn't come from their hometowns, we expect people from all their hometowns and the villages to come and pay their homage to Nana. So what we've seen, we've laid her in state, people will go and pay their homage, and after that they will come and sit here for us to receive visitors who are coming to say farewell to Nana. So my Monday institutions came, yesterday we saw many of them coming. Today we are expecting more institutions and individuals to come and pay homage to Asantehemaa, not only to Otumfuo.
Doc, with what we are seeing today, that is the funeral, what will be the difference between the main funeral rite and this DOTE YIE?
DOTE YIE is very important. It has its own rituals, and it is tradition demands that we perform all those rituals before we say goodbye. Now we have 2 functions today from Monday. You see we have the park and Nanahema's house. So the difference is that the day we are having the actual funeral, we are not going to have the body line in state again. We'll all concentrate. The clothing will change. The type of clothes people will wear will change. At that time, we'll be able to distinguish between Nananom, ordinary persons, and family members. So we'll be moving from red, pure red and black, and people will be decorated with all the ornaments and the ritual objects that are supposed to be. So we will see Nananom coming in this way, but the concentration will be at one place. And the funeral, again, will be more than 1 day. The reason why we have it more than 1 day is to allow as many people as possible to come and pay their tribute to the Asantehemaa.
So we were told that there's a special dress code. People who are coming here, there were people driving some of them away, that you are not appropriately dressed. Why this?
We have explained that until Asantehemaa is taken to Bremen, she is still our Asantehemaa. And therefore, if you are approaching her, you do the same way. If she were to be alive, you can't go there dressed anyhow. You must dress decently. Sometimes your phone will be taken away from you. Sometimes for only those who wear sandals in front of her will be allowed to do that. And that is exactly what you are reserving. The principle is that as she is now, she is still the Asantehemaa. We don't have any Asantehemaa. And when we are going there, your compartment must be like going to see 11 person.
And so, for the Asantes, she's still alive.
Yes, for us, she's still alive.
So when are you going to pronounce her dead?
Until we have sent her to Bremen and performed all the needed rituals, and then that's why we pronounce her dead, gone.
Okay, so after Bremen, that is tomorrow midnight. What is next? When are we going to hear the pronouncement of a new? Is it going to be the 40 days? What is going to happen? The installation process before the final funeral rite is performed.
The pronouncement is not to general public. It is there. They know that they have performed. They have seen her off. After that, then we'll be thinking about who will then succeed. It is only when we've sent her to Bremen that we will discuss the successor. At this stage, it's prohibited. It's an offense. It's against custom to even discuss, because as I've said, she's already with us. She's always with us.
So after that, how would the installation process be like? We understand that people have to file application, then the king will go through and select one. Take us through the process.
The difference between the Ohima and the male stool. Now note that the Ohima stool is not under the Ohene stool. There are two different stools, positions, and each of these have their own rituals. It's a different thing altogether. Now, customary, it must be from the family, the royal family responsible for nomination. And when the king is not there, it is the responsibility of the Ohima to give her somebody else, one of the royals. It's the same way when the Asantehemaa is not there, it is solely the responsibility of the Asantehemaa to nominate one of the royals for us. That's all. We don't put in an application. As a matter of fact, if you are a royal member, traditionally, we don't go and beg for stool. If you go and beg for stool, it means that you are not a royal member. It is the women in the house. They know their children. So they decide that this person should be. If you are sending drinks there, it's not because you want the stool, but you are visiting your grandmom or your mom, and you tell your mom that I am in the room or I'm around, I'm ready. If you want somebody to send, please, you don't beg there. It's just an information to the queen mother or the women in the family that you are available, that's all. But however, they know you already. There's no point even going to tell them, because they know who you are from your infancy. They know whether you can be or not. So it's not that you go to beg as traditionally we've been doing. It's not part of custom.
This is a unique way of selection.
Yes. And the same way from the male side, the female side, the same. He mentions the name. We inform the royal family amongst them. And that is all.
So I am curious to know, because you have written about a book about DOTE YIE, a book that talks about how Asantes bury their royals. Earlier on, I went to the palace, and our list viewers want to know why they were shaving some of the women in the palace. What are you going to use the hair for?
We have a lot of rituals. You see, there's a continuity. And anybody who is part of the royal family, the shaving and other things, it's not for anybody. Those who blood or who lineage is linked, those are linked to the stool who perform that. It's a sign that they are all one person. And all that, later on, we'll be talking about Abusuakrua, and that will reserve when that happens. But coming back to DOTE YIE, it is one of the tributes. The Ashantis believe that when you die, you go to Asamando. And to be able to qualify to be admitted to Asamando, one of the things that the living must say welfare to you. The ceremony to see you to the Asamado must be complete. If it's not properly done, you may not qualify for Asamado. So we are making sure that everything is observed. Otherwise, the person may not qualify for Asamado. And depends. If you are an ordinary person, not on stool, not in any leadership position, yours is different. If you are at the position of Asantehemaa like that, we expect our Manhyia to come. We expect people from all walks of life to come. So when we see this, we are happy that at least we have honored our part. We've done the actual DOTE YIE to enable Nana to the passage to be very smooth. We are doing all this to ensure that the passage is smooth.
So who qualifies to go to Asamando?
One, not everybody will go to Asamando.
Why? The person is dead. So why does it?
Good life, good morally upright life. One, you must lead a good morally upright life. And whether you live an upright life or not, this funeral is part of it. People are giving testimonies. If you listen to the cry, if you go there, how they are crying, the judges, they actually give the attribute how the person was. So before you even go there, that has been done. Remember, none of them are also around watching us. They are listening to us. They are watching what we do. The second one is that if you die, not proper death. When we say proper death, if you commit suicide, you won't go to Asamado. If you commit suicide, you won't go to Asamado. If you live life, for example, you mess up. You mess up, distorting people, extorting money from people, not upright life, you won't go to Asamado. The other one is that you must be seen out of the world properly, like we are doing. So Asamado is not for anybody. We always say that if people start naming their children after you, then you automatically qualify for Asamado.
So that's why. So when the person died and they name persons after person, what has
When
also
you are alive, when you are alive and people start naming their children after you, you automatically you have qualified. Osamampa na etonu bedi. Osamampa na etonu bedi. So if you are not a good ancestor, who name after you?
Now, Doc, let's talk about a year Angasa. This is DOTE YIE royal ones that we are seeing. Now, they have also told us that there are certain things that they will do during 9 hours, for which reason everybody should remain indoor. Doc, why?
In fact, in the past, things were done. I mean, that was the belief. And that was not limited to Ashantis. The Egyptians were doing, if you reach many cultures, the Mesoamericans, they were doing. Things have changed. But for this purpose, I mean, for this particular funeral, we are paying respect to Nana Hemaa. Ordinary leaders, or even our leaders, when they are coming, approaching a deba, we ask everybody to get up.
Now, Doc, who has the right to follow the body to Bremai or to Bantama? We are talking about, we have a lot of chiefs here. Who and who qualifies to be part of the procession that will lead the body from Manhyia Palace through to Bantama?
Remember, this is an institution. And as you see, as Asantehemaa is moving to go and sit down, you will find that everybody has his own role. We have specific group. Their duty is to accompany chiefs. And one of them is the Asokafo. They do not accompany any barrier or anybody to the cemetery or to Bremen except the Asantehemaa or the Asantehemaa. Apart from that, we have the Jasi. Again, as I've said, this funeral is for Asantehemaa, so the structures are there, and they will follow with few other people to Bremen. Indeed, the leader, our leader, must accompany them. The Asantehemaa personally must also be part of the delegation that will send Asantehemaa off to Bremai.
Now we'll go to Bantama Bam. Is it a place where they used to bury the Red Royal from the palace, or it's just a house where you go to perform rituals? Tell me more about that.
In fact, we have 3 such places. The Bemu, we have the Manhyia, and we have Bantama Bemu, as you've said. We have Bremai Bemu, and then we have one Bemu at Edum where the Mekom is. And each of them, we have some of the royals buried there and some of the chiefs and kings buried there. We have specific places for all of them where we bury them.
Taking the body from Manhyia Palace to Bemu, what are they going to do with the body there?
We may limit our discussion to that. As soon as the body is lifted from here, all the discussion, all description cease. And this is not up to the public. It is those who are responsible. Although I have talked about other things about the funeral, there are a few places which we don't describe. One of them is the Brahman. What happens there is left to Nananum to do.
So we have also heard that when the body arrives in Bremai, usually the Bremai people blocks the road. They block the road, and Otufo has to seek for their permission. And sometimes they have to make demands. He has to fulfill the demands before he's allowed to enter Bremai. Is that the case? And what is the traditional meaning of that?
These and many other rituals. They are the gatekeepers. Of course, if you are entering the house, you need permission. Even your own office, if you are entering your own office, you need the people who will open that for you. Sometimes you have key, but they are keeping the place and they are prepared preference for the Asantehemaa. So you need to ask them where we should do, and then they will give the permission. So these and many others are performed once they move towards Bremai.
Oh, thank you very much. You have given us a lot of information. Tomorrow that we will do the burial. Of course, we will look at the burial aspects of that. Thank you very much. And that is Dr. Thomas Ajakupoku. He is the medical superintendent of Suntreso Government Hospital. He has given us a lot of history about the Asante Kingdom. He has written a lot of books about the Asante tradition and culture, and also has written extensively about the DOTE YIE, of course, the funeral that we are currently witnessing here in Manhyia Palace. Nana also Memawakwaba.
Bejusu bro ahenewa.
Your friend was saying,
Medinde Nana Kusiapia. Otumfo twafo ahene.
say that's a Otumfo obi ye twafo hena then na oye.
Dodo na ebusa. Na dodo na so na eni. Yaka do obi twafo onim se ebia obi a otwa. Enso santa memle enye sa na etie. Yaka do obi twafo hena ba fo boku adima. The humadi odima yewura Asantehene. Se bebu ye twasa won edi asanim. No twasa ema na nanum nyina aba befa so na yewura so aba befa so. Wadaruma won ye fa ni twafo ehene.
Iti wo de wo pie wo bra mo kosa.
Sanatia oni de emire bi oni mi da ni wura ba hyehyɛ esa ama no ende bia abo no se esa no du wodi a ono so bo ane do ma no na yakɔ wadaruma
Iti ene sabe na mo ko.
ene na ayima eda mpama ya ni abla ya kɔ ya bɛn ni nyina ayɛ esa ni bi edu bia twafo ne se yewura etra se bia akɔside ane da bɔne a unwu so ne ba ntoma hene na nanom a ɛka ho o ma afade eye tuntum ene ayɛ ani brada ene so yɛ esa ana nanom se bebri se babla ene so yɛ kɔ ne deja da kɔ du yadom kɔtɔkɔ hima ɛkwan wadaruma mu.
So that is the Trafohene, and he's explaining to us his role in the Asante Kingdom. And according to him, during the olden days where they used to go for war, whenever they are moving, he is the one who creates the way. And so he's always a leader, creating the way for the warriors to take follow of him, and that is his responsibility here in the Asante Kingdom. And you can still see huge procession of traditional leaders coming into Manhyia Palace for the funeral. And where we are currently is Manhyia Drabrim, where Manhyia funeral activities take place. Now let me engage this executioner also known as Obrafo. I mean, he's dressed traditionally. We'll find out from him why he's wearing this, and also branded or decorated with the shells of, ammunitions. Your friend was saying,
Your friend Joshua Watson.
no, branding now the Joshua.
Aye.
Santimoni, I say, to Joshua because
You know.
we're brought for dinner. Okay, it will a branding any day.
Your friend can come.
Can come. It can come. And then why Jumadi Ben Woody?
I did another one so here in the buyer. Yes, I buy ya. And I ain't even funny kind and auntie. Yes, I be boy you said the senator and to my buy.
No, so he said, Onona, or yeah, Otum for Ahio, or yeah, I had a man who couldn't Eurobnam at the Brano. It's a number by and no one boba and a son who come here and answer a children.
That's sir. Why about for him? Eti, yeah, so no. And now I have come up to for you now. Nima way. Any of the buy.
Sir, I mean, who's a what dress is here? A cat day and Cassa.
Ah, very dear. I black for Juma. Ah, as I say, and then yet, my sim will be a bit my yes, sir. Or two for both for him, dear. One or Quahio. Emula and or Namu. And you two for both for him, Biano. Or to take his eye and Yamano.
But I see. So this gentleman here is executioner. He is a member of the Drobonso Chiefs executioner. What they do is that they hunt for Asantehemaa. Whenever the Asantehemaa are in the house, they go for hunting and bring him game. And so the shells of cartridges that we saw hanging on his neck means that he is a hunter, and that is brief summary of the conversation I had with him. You two, where are you coming from?
But you are the one before. Yeah, and then you go, I be some, and then your man, Umbashisha, I didn't know about I fear.
I wanted the bomb by Henakasa Nebai, and I want to wind about.
I Kumasi, I sent region the Gomba Hine, and then the bush and for your buy.
Thank you very much. So the Dagomba tribe in Kumasi is also represented. They came with cow and cola nuts that traditionally they have to present to Asantehemaa Otumfuo Osei the second. So far as this tradition funeral rite is concerned, and so they have delivered that to the palace, and that is the information I am getting from them. Yes, so that is what is happening here in Manhyia. Huge delegations have started arriving. Ambassadors from the various countries in Ghana have arrived. Chief Justice Paul Mafuboni is also here. He has also taken his seat. The MPP delegation is also seated. A lot of delegations are expected to come. National House of Chiefs delegations are here. The regional House of Chiefs, that is the Asante, they are also here. And the various regional House of Chiefs delegations are also equally coming to sympathize with the Asantehemaa and also pay their last respect to the Asantehemaa who has been laid in state since Monday. So there's a lot of traditional activities going on here in Manhyia Palace. Donors are also here donating to support the funeral. So a lot is going on. A lot is going on. Apart from the funeral, of course, business is also booming. All hotels in the city has also already been booked. A lot of people have booked hotels because a lot of them cannot have a return journey in Kumasi. So hotels are cashing in, restaurants are also cashing in, transport operators, particularly those who are into car high services, are also cashing in, and that is how the Kumasi economy is booming in the city of Kumasi. So that is what is going. Everything is in order. A lot of things are going. Traditional display is currently ongoing here in Manhyia Palace. We are seeing a lot here. This is the Nyonkra group of the Asante Kingdom. These groups are based in Manhyia Palace. And so they are singing and dancing to the Adwa, beautiful tune composed. These people, they compose their own songs. I know a lot of them are also coming from Center for National Culture, also known as Cultural Center, where the Asante culture has been documented. Very soon, the Asantehemaa to the second will be stepping out from the Manhyia Palace, where he will join the funeral ground. So now I am seeing Samanka. When they say Samanka, it's more like a deity that should neutralize every spirit within this palace now. And once you see it, it means that the Asantehemaa is coming. And once the Asantehemaa is coming out, Samanka must come out. And when you see Samanka, it means that every spirit in Manhyia Palace must bow down to the Asantehemaa. And that Samanka has a responsibility to neutralize every evil spirit that will want to foment trouble in today's event. And so very soon we'll see the procession leading the Asantehemaa Otumfuo Osei the second from the palace to the to where the funeral is officially taking place. Now let me speak to my colleague Sarah Prefo, who is also here with me. Sarah, what have you observed so far?
I should say, I'm so excited. I'm learning a lot. I'm looking around. There's a lot happening. And I'm learning history is going down right here at Manhyia. Now, I was informed that even before Asantehemaa Otumfuo Osei II steps in to sit down, we have Bantamahene, who is his bodyguard. He actually steps out to check if everything is in place before Otumfuo Osei II can set in and then have a seat. And it's something amazing. And if you should look around, I mean, when it comes to, I don't know how we call it in history, but the umbrellas that our chiefs are, walking under.
So the procession you see on the screen is the Manhyia Chief Protocol in the person of Mr. Sahine leading the diplomatic corps to the funeral ground. We have also seen a procession being led by the Northern Regional House of Chiefs. They are also here to pay their last respect to their late Asante Queen and also go and sympathize with the Asantehemaa Otumfuo Osei II. So the diplomatic corps have started arriving here in Manhyia Palace. Hello. Okay. So, Sarah, so you see the Samanka is out. What do you see here is called Samanka. You see some leaves in that bowl. Yes. So it is what neutralized every spirit in this palace that would want to challenge the authority of Asantehemaa Otumfuo Osei II in the spiritual realm. And so they have to do that. Now you are seeing the warriors, that is the Abrafo. They are also here, also displaying the Asante culture. Everything that you see here has its meaning. And there are a group of traditional, families that have that perform these rites. And so that is what we are witnessing here right now in Manhyia Palace. It has gotten very interesting. But you see, these are what the comedians will say. This is comedies. You will see the rare action during the final funeral rite. In Pampaso Edum, then that's why he would declare war on death. And so a lot will happen that day in Kumasi. I'm sure you'll get the opportunity to catch of that.
Yeah.
Yes. And very soon we'll also see the Otumfuo Nkramofuo would also come. They are the ones who usually conjure, magics in the sky. They are able to communicate to the sky when it is about to rain.
Okay.
They speak to the sky. They tell the sky to take hold of the rain and give it time so that they can say, we give us 5 hours, 7 hours. We are doing this. When we finish, then you start, and you should through to the hours. Once that is said, I mean, the skies would observe that. I mean, it's so much interest. Last Monday, they were here performing those rituals for people to know that indeed, yeah, they have come.
Yeah.
And they were able to control the skies. So that is Asante for you.
Yeah, and interestingly, that happened yesterday and today. I understand that we had some of our fetish perform that rite, where it was raining elsewhere, but here at Manhyia Palace, there was no drop of rain. And so it's really fascinating looking at the rituals, looking at the funeral rites, and all the happenings here on ground. So we can see some women doing the chanting, and we have all the various chiefs here to pay their homage, their homages to our king, the Asantehemaa Otumfuo II. So yes, and we can also see the Abrafo performing their rites. And if you hear the sound of firearms, well, it is to indicate and personify the fact that even though death has taken away our queen, Asantehemaa, Nana Ama KONADU III, but also is to indicate to them that we are in battle with death, and that if we should see death physically, we will fight with death. So that is the indication of the firing of the firearms here at Manhyia. And you can see some of our chiefs trooping in, of course, trooping in with the Abrafo, trooping in with chants of songs happening right here at Manhyia. So indeed, a lot of happenings. We are experiencing history, and it's going down. And so if you are out there, this is something to learn about, especially for our younger generations. This is beautiful, this is fascinating, and indeed this is culture. Ashanti culture is really beautiful, and so it has its significance. Everything you see here has its meaning. Everything that is performed here, all the rites, all the funeral rites performed here, has its symbolism and its meaning. So it's not just an act performed, but it comes with a meaning attached to it. So this is the third day of DOTE YIE.
Yes, I can't carry. If the any idea to do Asantehemaa, and into your power, your power of Manhyia, your power of Manhyia, as you will be our Asante rating. What I say, our Asante rating, come on him, or Bema, or he be any also a Bema, come on him.
Mobano, me will say any particular cra, I come possession no. I'm not of every as here.
You go one crano, Yana Nanamoa, Yano more cool, yeah. I to travel muti. Ye travel mutino, ye travel mutino, or muti and a people bomb, or muti and a people bomb. Ya conquer the public, ya conquer the public, now ya conquer Sabio, ya come and procure Musre, the same point in a bomb.
Hey, now Nipa Tikwan crowd, the Sanka, yes, ye, now is a moody Pierre. Teteno, now any buy and find the banner here. Walk on. Now, you Kunima, walk on cow, we are. What you will be at, no answer Trinity. So I say, you have to, or he be a veteran, be out of Trinity, and say, I didn't buy the buy him. It is sad to them, I'm a boy, and the Abuan, the Quan crown and a bobo. It's no, I know, and a bobo. It is a bon son, and then a catch them, and my motivation behind that travel. And my own history, no, sir, come on, you try. Yana Nasuma City, where try Yana Nasuma City. What do I say? Come on, your area, Waba Cosam, a Hubu Kusudaho. It's Kumau for the Sauchima Mamatia Sia, Santimamuha, or Pianua, or Betumi Akase, or no dear, what ten who free Santimamua. Now, I idea be more Munya Quayamobe. Oh, Yansu, Yang Nani decided, say, Yankaya Humum. One for nothing.
Oba e odua dua mienu. Edua mienu no. Kuma odua na ye ije. No ombe dua ya. Nti ne so kro no mpe kuma se da no. No ombe tu ye de. Edi ba kuma se besi yo. No omudie no wu. Anu nti ana ma ye fra ha kuma se. Ana konfo na che kro no asa do me wo mo se. Se ma ye sa de a, eri kro no e fa nse kro no e mpe kuma se da.
Antina krono mpe kuma se da. There's a konfo na che do me kuma se. Well,
yes. Edua mienu na odua ya no a. Ye de na ye yi aka ho de be ye kuma se no. I want to be Kumasi no be two, won't be you. So I just say, and a namso, I'm on the bar, sir. Sir,
it's Kumasi Krono or Kumasia, and Chanasa Confanoche do me Kumasi.
Then I may come true. They say, over Kumasi, I want to baby, Krono, baby, and walk Kronuni.
Never your phone.
What's it?
Never two bottom near your phone.
Sir, never two bottom. You baby out there, Munoma. But in Prasiano, so our Hokran knew her, sir. And now, your way, I know, and Nanka say Asantehemaa, a bear man Kumona would be a baby, you know. Our baby, I know. It was a chrono, finds a chrono, dear, and Perkumasida. Some more baby, and I must hang your Kumasidia. Chrono, finds a chrono, and Perkumasida.
Now, to say, yes, I brand in a chum, Koma Woody in a chum. Then a Kuma Umai. Mode chechere mukuro say yankoku biem ngomasua na wo so den na kuma wufo mode chechere mukuro
oh ye kuro no dia sabi ababi ba e dia de se dia to nanu mo boaye ya na e de chiche ana kuma wo so ye won sa se na man so beto ho ana kreti ayi bat sabi o safo trobo akodua ba yi wa wurawura mu a kuma wo ye wo sika aba no kura sa bom pusia.
You know, I say that's the one of the educationers from the Kumau traditional area that led the possession of the Kumau Manhyia, Berima Tribua Kodua, who has also arrived here in Manhyia Palace to sympathize with the Asantehemaa Otumfuo Osei II, and also pay his last respect to the Asante Queen Nana KONADU YIADOM III. And one interesting thing that he told me during this conversation is that their name Kumasi and Kumau, Konfanoche, the revered Asante priest, planted 2 trees, one in Kumasi and one in Kumau. And he told them that where the one that survived will be named as Kumasi, and the one that will die would also be named as Kumau. But in the night, the Kumasi people went to Kumau to go and steal their tree because theirs died. And so Konfanoche, upon knowing that, cursed Kumasi and said that Kumasi would not be free from stealing. And that is why in Kumasi, when you go out, they pick your pockets. And that is the history behind it. So it's the first time I'm hearing this particular history from the Kumau people who are here in their numbers to also, mourn with the Asantehemaa so far as this particular funeral is concerned. We'll try and engage other group of people. I have seen that they are carrying something white when it's supposed to be a deity. Let me engage them and find out what this particular deity that they are carrying means. Adifufu ekuta papai asuni eyedea. Yes, so now Berima Trenebua Kodua de Kumau is being led by what they describe as Obosum, that is deity. It is branded white and someone is carrying it. I don't know, no. Most of your friend is your
friend is Banso.
Kumoya Brafo Bosum. Okay. I have a Juma, sir. Banso, I have a Juma.
A book Kumoy who buying. Every hour, Bonnie, a vessel yet, Kumoy. A bonnet who buying. If he's that, you know.
Someone be or Sa Bosona and friend of Bansono, Edin and him to say, or you're safe.
Aye, it was a bonnet who buying. A brown money in Asi. If you could tell me Bonnie and Aso de Baba, Bema to work could be a one. A bonny to go. What do you mean for any man who can make money?
Now, sir, Kumau for the Atasama Bempa, Na Asantehemaa, Jumadia Benamudi, Edema Santemai.
Asantehemaa, ye ka Asantehemaa ben kumahini kumohi. Ebra Asantehemaa kwa akono, ye ni dangerous for akono. Se Tribu akodua, sorry, vanity and yachirema, Akasantifo gebedi nkuguo. Eti Tribu akodua ene gina ho ma Asantehemaa. Odi ni TG. Ewuo ma Asantehemaa pepa Asantehemaa musuo nyina gu dangerous for so.
Thank you very much. So there is another deity arriving. That is the deity for Nana Tapamaihene, who is also coming in here with his group. A very beautiful procession. Very beautiful procession being led by the Asante Tapamaihene and the Queen Mother of Tepa. Beautiful dress in white. What this means is that they always have to look unique. And so we'll speak to some of the shamans, then they will give us explanation to why Tapahene is always dressed in white. Nana, let's speak to Tapamaihene himself, who is the paramount chief of Tepa. Nana, Sesi Adababia, what ya sa ofa woa wa bia for adentra.
This Rukubia, Yedima Asantehemaa, and Asantehemaa.
If you need the hand,
I don't have come up to
by Mausa, the Mura, Achachere, Adibiho, I say, and also Edidia Juma.
Yes, every year, and a Japa there. Samra and I said,
so that is the paramount chief of Tepa, Na Adu Achewa Ampim. Who is one of the spiritual leaders of Asantehemaa Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II. And anytime he appears in Manhyia Palace, he has to appear in a unique way. What it means is that he has to dress in white color or in a different color. So today Manhyia Asantehemaa is mourning, but he alone is branded in white cloth, which means that he plays special role in Asante Kingdom, and therefore he always have to look unique. In one of his uniqueness is that he is the caretaker of one of the Asante most powerful deities, and so that deity is known as the Babanie. That is what they have branded white, and so he's the caretaker of the Bania deity, and that is what is leading him in the procession. And so when he goes there, he will go and show it to Asantehemaa that deity, that is the Bania deity, is very safe in his hand. And so in any of his appearance, it's more like he has to the Asantehemaa that any of his properties that he has entrusted in his care is intact and nothing has happened to him. That is what the Tapamaihene is currently exhibiting here in Manhyia Palace. We are going to see a lot of things. We are going to witness a lot of things. I mean, the numbers today is very massive. I don't know what tomorrow will be like, how it will look like. But I mean, today we are seeing different things here. Different display of tradition and culture. A lot of deities are coming here. There are people from Togo. They are also here displaying, exhibiting their traditional powers. And Manhyia is full to capacity at the moment. The security people are having a tough time in managing the crowd there because everybody wants to have a feel of what is happening there. It's not easy in Manhyia as we speak. We are witnessing a lot. We are witnessing a lot of traditional activities here. Executioners from various tribes are here. Executioners from various divisions are also here. Let me also remind you that earlier on we spoke to Dr. Thomas Ejakupoku, one of the historians in the Manhyia Palace. We also spoke to resident historian in Manhyia Palace in the person of teacher Safo Kantanka and many others. A lot is happening very soon. Otumfuo Osei-Tutu will move out from the palace to take a seat, and we will see a lot of display there. That is Manhyia now. huge crowd here. Various types of tradition are being displayed here. So that is the Tepamanhene who is currently going. The Tepamanhene and the Queen Mother. The white deity that you saw there is the Tepabanie. It is one of the deities of Asantehemaa that he has entrusted in the care of Tepamanhene, Nana Adusa Ashrewa Ampim. And that is what he is currently keeping. So in today's event, he will go and greet Otumfuo and show to him that yes, the deity is intact. Nothing has happened to it. And that is one way of accounting to Asantehemaa some of the things that he has entrusted in his care that he's keeping for him. And that is Tepa Baniel. SB, what are you witnessing so far?
Well, I just heard you talking about one chief in white clad, and I was wondering as to the reason why many chiefs are in black, but he, in exception, is in white. And I heard you talking about the reasons as to why we see him in white. I'm just witnessing a lot of Ashanti culture, and like I said earlier, it's really fascinating as I'm learning that we have different chiefs who are paying homage to our Ashanti king, which is Otumfuo Osei the second, and each have a role to play when they come in to pay homage to the king.
Yes, each of them has a role that he plays. As I told you, I first spoke to the executioner from Drobonsu, and he made it clear Drobonsu they hunt for Asantehemaa. So when it comes like this, they have to dress like hunters who have come to hunt, and that is their responsibility in Asante Kingdom. Then you go to Gosu in a region.
Yeah.
The Gosu Manhyia is Abetrafohene. He is the one who works as the one chapper for Asantehemaa. So whenever Asantehemaa needs palm wine,
He's the one to pour.
Them. So now we have a town node in Kumasi also known as Makru. We say Swami Makru.
Yeah.
Yes. So in Makru, what they do in Makru is that Makru is a Makru.
Oh, I see.
Makru. In the Asante Kingdom or in Asante. That is what beautiful ladies wear or women wear. So back then, when the king wants to change, they want to change.
I get where
Energy, where I'm coming from.
I get where you're
They
toying
have
at.
to go to Mark room to go and select one from there.
I see.
And bring it to her to the king. And so that name of the town, which has now changed slightly.
Yeah.
Traditionally, it is called
Makrum. I
Makrum.
see.
That is where beautiful women and ladies were back then. And so in this town, in this kingdom,
Yeah.
or in this city of Kumasi, every town plays specific traditional role in the kingdom. For example, where the queen will be buried, that is Bremai. The last war that the Asantehemaa fought. After that, he said, my prayer and my memory.
Okay.
So the meaning of Bremai is my prayer and my memory. And don't forget that the people in Bremen are warriors.
Yeah.
Back then, when they go for war, and they are winning, what they do usually is that they go to keep the people in Bremen, and that is where they keep them. Now we have the veteran actor Ajako. Ajako is here. Ajako is all the pay homage. Ajako our all the pay homage. Ajako is also here, and I mean the crowd is all around him. The crowd is all around him. Everybody wants to have a picture with him. Everyone wants to speak to him. And that is the man, Ajako himself, who is here. Aja, Yama Wakwaba, Adeba Manhyia, and I want back.
Yena yenim brichi abasanteman sabe enye kotoko hene nko ana nani abre yenyina yeni abre na yabre wadam pamu a asante kotoko adehye ekohwe nani achi ni akope baby di abre wa kono esesi yenyina bebo ye wura chi dom fisani ntini yeti baby na yebejam no na yehye ne nkuna se de aka wonanim na doso onyame mwa no no ma na pomuden no ma no kwatenten ni nyansa a ode betenetena Asanteman ama bi atra ko Ghana afa na nyina eti metena fie ne ya emwa na agya yaduma ye ni akodi baabi katra enne ne yesi da bi ebetu mirika tenten ya ba ya be chia kotoko hene na de wo bia no so Asantehemaa ne woko ne baabi me ka ne sase ye ba na agudie mu a media wase na ni kunu ne me eti me kai mere bi a me yesi ni wi a no ame ya be frɛ me kɔ ne fie ne akɔtena ne ho ne edi nkɔma no a kyerɛkyerɛ sini ne mu ano asere a na ye be ka ne sɛ bibia mu no odoma nkuma wuo de uye ni bibia enye yi ana de a oba de ahyehye so no aye den wa hyehye ye nim se nchiri no ana yesu ya behwe bibi papa ni yesu afiri no ho se de na na de buo odo nipa otwe nipa ba no ho ni yesu na da ache mpanyi ni ho a yetimi.
Thank you very much. So that is Ajako, one of the veteran movie actors that this country have, and he is here to also pay his last respect to the Asante Queen. And what he's telling us is that the Queen used to invite him to the palace, where anytime he comes with a new movie, he will invite him to come. They will watch the movie together. He will share with the Queen. Then the Queen will laugh and bless him. So for him, he has lost a mother, and he believes that what God has for Ghana is what he has done. So that is it. So at the moment, that is what is happening now. Let me try and see if I can get Ajako back for us to wrap up our conversation. But of course, the crowd here is very all over. People love him, and people are having a lot of conversation with him. Aja, na ye di nkomodo. O ka bibi say na Asantehemaa eta invite o ama wo ba fie na wo na be hwe movie na mu nyina masere. Aja mba cho gina ye kaka. Na wo no asere. Na wo no ayonkofa na ete say meka Asantehemaa okwa akura ni.
Mabrantie bi a wanya kwan akoduru eye jama mam I found a no yesini na ono de ofra himfie ha na onyema so onyan baby konei me de no ofra me se mikunu o si ni kunu ni me nti se yesini bi na se na ni je ho a sa brere na wati kunu from wo de ko baby ana nana akwasi ademate na chi wo na me ya be frɛ me na me ko ye bo nkoma me mane siri bia na ega masolia be fia ba be dentia yade a na opema sempa woni me pa na abani se yade be kan se obo ade no ankasa empe ne na bia papa nye den ema ye na mum ye mfa mpaibo enta opem so achi na nyame ma na pomuden eni tumi ni nyansa ne akukuduro na onfa mu Asanteman na bi ntire nko Ghana man nyina
na carry that baby out there born to myself with the benante. I hear some
they no attack me and say why are there so am Asanteman sere why are there so am Ghana man and niji abakuru na the obey be so am panyin sa abebo aba so say why are there no na me so obo ade su nim free so say the be chechere na asase so no a chechere no osoro na ne be sane so no asane intimi nim say madwuma me ye ne de Ghana ni bia be dia dance say Kofi Adum madwuma ye de
Thank you very much. So, that is Ajako, a long-time friend of the Asantehemaa, the late KONADU YIADOM. And what he told us is that the Queen used to invite him to his palace. Even not before she became the Asante Queen. Anytime he releases new movie, she will invite him to come home. Then they will watch the movie together. They will share the jokes together before they will go out. And so for him, he has really lost a mother who would always invite him home and, advise him. But one thing that is a message that he always walked with, the queen told him that Ajako, you have really done well for Asantehemaa and Ghana because you are the one who entertained the entire nation. And that alone gives him comfort. That alone encourages him that he has really worked for Ghana. And so that is Ajako for you. Sarah, you are still monitoring and watching what is going on here.
Exactly. Actually, I saw some women chanting and holding something that I'm told is called Tani. Tani. Yeah.
That is what, the Pawan tappers, early in the morning, when they go to where they do the stirring of the alcohol, they use that to heat it before they cut the surface, before the palm wine will start coming from.
Yeah.
Back then when the Asantes are going for war, they use it as light because there was no
light around.
So when they light it, it directs them. They see the road.
Yeah.
And so that is what they are using. So I've already told you that what we are witnessing here is part of the war. And the possession you are also seeing is part of war formula.
Okay.
Strategy. How they design their movement.
Yeah.
How they are moving. And so that is the possession you see. So they are still in war. But you see the real war when the final funeral rites start. That is where the king will wear the Batakarikasi and you will see all sorts of war display.
Okay, and the chanting that goes along with the women holding it. I'm curious to know what role the women has to play since we are talking about war.
We will soon engage them. I want them to give us the briefing because I don't have all the details.
Yeah.
I'm able to tell you that it serves as light for them. But every group of people you see here, each one has a traditional responsibility that it plays in this particular palace. And so very soon they will come and say during the final funeral rite, that is where they will intentionally give us the briefing of all the things that we see here in Manhyia Palace. So you are going to see a lot. You're going to witness a lot. You're going to, hear a lot.
Okay. Now I'm actually looking around. I'm seeing lots of stuff. Now I saw a different some men were clad in something like a wrapper with no tops on, so showing skin at the top, and they had black color on their skins. Now I was told that these were the Abrafo, who has a role to play, especially since everything that we do here, most of them signify, having a battle, be on the war front. And so these Abrafo actually are in that black color on their skins to, in a way, hide from their enemies, especially when they are on the war front, so the enemies will not see them as humans. And so that was something new I got to learn when I saw them dress a bit differently from the others.
I remember there was a time I went to my mother, I'm also a royal.
Yeah.
When we entered into the palace, my grandfather was stepping out, so the executioners, the Abrafo, were dressed, and that place, that was where I saw a cloth called Tontara. It's a smoke. And it was a small one, even a 6 months toddler. Even it's bigger for a 6 month, it's small for a 6 month toddler to wear it. In front of me, they performed some ritual and it became large.
Really?
And they gave them gun and they moved. And they started using that black powder on their face. And my mother told me that back then, his uncle, when they were going out for one of the Asantehema's funeral, when they finished dressing and he used the powder on the face, he beheaded the mother. He beheaded the mother.
Yeah.
When you use it in your face, the spirit enter you and you see every woman as animal. And so that's why in the night, when they are going to do the burial,
Yeah.
they always make sure that no one cross them. That's why they are saying that everybody should remain indoor, because once they go through that rite and they hit the streets, anything can happen.
Yeah.
If anyone. So there are meaning and reasons to why they are telling people that remain indoor, because now we are in a different era. Human rights. You cannot sacrifice anyone. You cannot kill anyone because you're saying that you are possessed by any spirit.
Yeah.
And so everybody must observe that directive. Remain indoor. Now we understand that Yana delegation is also here. Let me engage these people. They are all from the northern region. They are the Yana delegation.
Kindly come close.
They are bringing these items to the Asantehemaa.
Yes, it's just cloth as custom and tradition demands. If a prominent person like Manhyia herself died, traditionally, when you are going to bury that person, a prominent person like Ghana, he cannot just send a delegation without adding the items that are going to be used for the burial. So this mat is what traditional, what they put down for the dead person to lie on, and this is the cloth that they used to cover the dead person. As people have did theirs, Ghana also have the right to do his, because he's his mother. So that's why they brought this cloth with this mat for her to put on that. Again, as we all know, if a person died like this, many people don't have the appetite for food. So traditionally, collar is what is with them when the person cannot eat food, but he will try and doing something with the collar just to make him having taste of something.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
We'll be back now.
Thank you so much.
These are the people who actually conjure magics for the rains to stop. Very soon we will speak to them, and they also let us know their role in the Asante Kingdom. They call them Usumankwa Nkramufuo. And so those people, when we finish, we'll speak to them. They will explain to us the role that they play in the Asante Kingdom.
Yeah.
If you have seen the GH1 footage that we posted yesterday on our social media platform, these were the people who were chanting and speaking to the skies for the rains to stop. So they are here. We will speak to them soon. And for them to take us through
exactly
their traditional responsibilities in the Asante Kingdom.
And did you see the objects they used to perform these acts? I mean, I was surprised because I in person had to step out, and outside Manhyia it was raining, but here in Manhyia Palace it wasn't. So it's something that they performed and it worked. They did it yesterday and today they did it. So surely we will engage them and then we get to know how they went about that.
Yes, that is not the only thing that they also neutralize the environment. Whenever they sense any danger, they neutralize the environment. And so you see how they have dressed. They would actually be here speaking to the spirits.
Yeah.
In the morning they will comb around. They will comb around the palace. Even when they speak to the sky, when you see the clouds forming, they speak to them and you see that they have settled into a different color. That's white, all white, meaning that they've been able to speak to the sky and the sky has settled. There's not going to be any rain. And so these are their responsibilities in the palace. That's what they do. They neutralize the environment and make sure that everything is in order spiritually. Nothing bad happens in Manhyia Palace. No spirits come here to overcome the Asante Kingdom.
Yeah, so I'm talking about the Sumankwahine. I know that yesterday and the day after yesterday we saw some of the fetish priests who also came by and did a lot of rituals. They performed a lot of acts, and I mean they did a lot. And
yes.
so today we have Sumankwahine with us. We'll be speaking with them, and then they'll get to tell us a lot about it.
These are the people who provide spiritual protection for the Asantehemaa Otumfuo Osei Tutu II. Before Otumfuo appear in states like this, they first have to come, neutralize the environment, make sure that no spiritual activities takes effect here. No spirit try to overcome the spirit of Asante. They make sure that they block every evil spirit here. And they are able to speak to the skies to control whenever it wants to rain. And so these are their traditional responsibilities. Opayini, me pancho, your friend was saying.
Mede Faruq Alhaji Isa.
Yes. And now your Asantehemaa muha. Jumadia pain na wudima Asantehemaa.
Yo, meda atiefuo ase. Mada ahwefo so ase. Yakọ otumfo kramo a ya wasumankwa afekuom. Adwuma asumankwa ahini di no. Eno ana otumfo kramo so odima Asantehemaa. Dia ona ye ne bosom hene. Ana ye so ye ne kramo hene.
Say enra ya ba ye na ya muru se mo chante mu ko gina eha na mo move ko gina ha na mo move ko gina den na mo ye wo wiem mo ti asanso mo ni wiem kasa
eya no kure ya ye bida nyanne ya ye bida ne mom de esi ye ne anim se beba min twa toro nkyere atiefo ne awefo ya breki ya twa toro mo se ensuo na no pa de ebe breki ne mom anwumre ebe ewe ye to ne ese ye wura kra no de adu no ko nsori ba ye wura so se bi one wa aduro ye de ni aduro ye ni ya wura ho owie no oche ho ye be nwa ni se ensuo na ide aje mu
na no na nsuo ne pese to mo kasa na adwa ebra suwati hene ne ba ya no na nsuo pese to na mapie na ma ya ne yama na nsuo no ate dan na ya na mo ye
sabi ya de nkramofo ekuta Quran yesire nyame a papa no waje papa wanye Yankopon de do pen wo ye na Yankopon so ne tibira
before say ya ne mo ko brekum mu pie brekum kromo ho mu twa kro no ho hia run about ho na mo to nsangu na mo kasa say aise nsuo na mo de pete form enra ye ba ye hu say na mo ko ha na ohene pia na mo di animu na ne ema ekoso sa ne ema na mo ye na e kire den na ya na mo pesa mo kire
we de baby o ye mistake ya de nsanka ye
okay
e wa de meyi wona fi
okay de ekuta na nyansa
aye Quran
okay
Quran no ne de kire egu ade so ye de kire gu ade so ye wi aya hohoro
okay
na na ye tu bi ye so
nyansa
nyansa ti no na ye de bompa ye sa ade bi aye pe bia no ya kire ho akwan aye fa so aye benya ete mu se ye ya Quran ne de pesa ade
ete no no na de na mo pe
eno ane ye sire nyame se Yankopon ma dwumadie ye di no Yankopon ma asumdue yanko wie na kese boni bia nsiye ensuo ne de sabi obi wo ho a owu a obi ane de otwere no obi twere danchem sabi ntina se adu anyira wo santen no ti no ayeso ya fa chi ya se ya awogo ni nyina ba ba chi ya no na obi ahu so wa chi ya no ba ye wa nya na nchi ya no pass Yankopon tie Bible adwuma wo wie bibia ansa na suo no
okay
amamra kwanso mo boss Asantehemaa ho ban
ya bo no ho ban
eti abambo ben sa na mo de ma no
ye di kan ye doctor na mka kire wo no ye ne doctor ana sabia so firi na sa kwa mepe so okọ Asantefo ko obi a no na ohene kra mo ka ho
eti mo ne suma kwa hene ayonkofa ben na da mo ne suma kwa hene ntam
wa de mintimi nkire wo ne nko fa asa ne mo ye abusia ba ko
yeah that was it
so before say I can bet your mama kono me interested e wo ma ho fama no ho atare amafade atare a ehye ene ni ekramo no e won trasie bi ana
ne kura we ye kuta mi tame pe we ho fe amepe we metimi de akekere
ye krawi se me ho ye obetimi de akekere
sa we oba sima ba me yesa na enye wakoma so amaye bone
I see. So, interestingly, what he's saying is what he is holding in his hands. If he is interested in me, he can actually use that on me, and I will agree. I have no say. I will agree with that. And Ebana Ataria and Nation, who say, "Bibi black people boom," and also as a tribal woman.
Bibi black people boom in the and you can't be brachet. A beer would you made a grand verse no any year near the
I see. You better was say, Sonny Kasai. Thank you so much. So you heard us talking with him, and interestingly, I mean, I'm actually amused right now, getting to find out that what he's holding in his hands actually has some kind of power to make me understand if he's interested in me.
But you look nice.
Oh yeah.
You must express interest. No, you will
That's
soon
amazing.
become the deity wife. I mean, that sounds good. So you will soon be the Otumfo Kramo.
Oh, but that's interesting anyways.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. And I mean, I'm seeing a lot of things around right now. And I mean, a lot is happening. If you should see around, a lot is happening, and we need explanation as to what roles are being played and its significance.
Yes, okay.
Exactly.
So as we already know, when Otumfo is moving like this, he moves with the various what they call fekuo.
Okay.
Different groups of people, and every group plays traditional role in Manhyia Palace. And so when he's moving, there are divisional chiefs that moves with him, and that is why within Kumasi there is no Omayene.
Yeah.
In Kumasi there is no Omayene, but there are divisional chiefs. There are Abrempons.
Okay.
There are chiefs who do not have specific town where they control. Okay.
Yeah.
Because of their responsibility in Manhyia. But Otumfo assigned them responsibility to be taking care of towns for them. So there are towns who say, "Ahaya or Hene Yirikuro or Hene Wene Shasomano." So some of the chiefs are caretakers. They are not chiefs. They are caretakers. And so that's what is going. Now take us through what you are observing here.
Okay, so it's still happening on grounds here at Manhyia Palace. It's the third day of DOTE YIE of our Asantehemaa Nana Ama KONADU III. And as you can see, we have a lot of people clad in black. But if you see people clad in different attires, you should know that they have some special roles to play. We've already spoken with a lot of them, and they've given us some of the meanings and significance as to why they are clad differently. And some are holding some different objects that you may question if you see them holding, but it also has a meaning, and they have their reasons as to why they are holding such objects. So a lot is happening right here. We are learning history, and Ashanti history to be precise. We are experiencing cultural values and that of the Ashantis, which is really fascinating and unique. So Ike.
Yes, a lot is happening. I'm seeing a lot, but even inside where the Queen Mother is, you're seeing a lot of things going on there.
Yeah.
I mean, yesterday we saw so many things happen in the palace, but on the Monday, of course, that is where, I mean, we witnessed beautiful display by the fetish priest. And that was the first time in my life I have seen a fetish priest who is just 8 years old.
Wow.
And that person had the opportunity to go greet the Otumfo, pray for him, and he used their powder on him to pledge his commitment to him and pledge to him that he will be strong and will reign long on the Asante throne. So, I mean, we've seen a lot. Of course, a lot is also going on
Exactly.
indoor,
Yeah.
on which the media or public is not supposed to, know what is going. And so, if you recall, the two renowned historians that we spoke to refused to tell us some of the things that they have to tell us.
Yeah.
When they are saying that what you need to know, you will know. What you need not to know, you will not know. And that they are not bending any of their tradition so far as this funeral is concerned. And any tradition that they have to do, they will do. Any tradition that they have to perform for the late queen before burial,
they will do. Amazing. Getting that now.
I won't tell you what they will do.
I think that is supposed to be hidden. Like we spoke about those persons who are saying that not all infos or information are supposed to be made known to the public. Some are supposed to be a secret and only the king and some of his associates are supposed to know what exactly will be happening indoors. But we did talk about Thursday where no one should step outside when the burial is ongoing. And we will walk through how it will be done. First stop will be at Bantama, and then it will lead all the way to Bremen. Now there is a notion that no individual soul, not a single soul, is supposed to step out. Is it so? I ask because we've had a lot of people who are thinking that from morning up to evening, you are not supposed to step out.
No,
but I know that we have some guidelines as to how it should be done.
That's not correct, because according to the funeral planning committee, what they are telling us is that yes, on Thursday, that is tomorrow, everybody should remain indoor. But everybody remaining indoor, that starts from 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Because the body will not move exactly at 7. That body will move from Manhyia Palace after 7 p.m. And so they are expecting that by 8, everyone should be indoor. Then the procession will even take place. But even before the body will move, the executioners will make sure that the route that they will use, no one is there.
I see.
When the late Asantehemaa, Nana Afiakobi Ampem, was going to be buried, I spent some hours covering it. So at 9:30 p.m., I was still at Bantama, where the Bantama procession came out, where they came to sit in front of the Konfanoche roundabout opposite Konfanoche Teaching Hospital, waiting for the arrival of the body. The executioners, I mean the Abrafo, were also on the streets, driving people away, informing people that go and sleep, go indoor. They won't just move and say we are going. No, they don't want to see anybody. Not everybody have heard this announcement. And so before the body moves, they make sure that everyone is out of the place.
Yeah.
So they clear the road. So for example, Swami, the Adomanje Abrafo will come out. They will be operating from Swami roundabout through to Makru. Makru Abrafo would also be operating from Makru through to Bremai Junction. And also Answer Junction.
Which is the route they'll be using to bury our Queen Mother.
Then the Bremen people will also take over from them. So the executioners would also make sure that the road is safe. No one is there. And that's why they are saying that, look, remain indoor. Because when the executioners step out in the night, your security cannot be guaranteed when they see you, because they are possessed.
Yeah.
They are possessed.
Okay.
And you can be seen as Akoko. You can be seen as Ojai. You can be seen as Aponche. So please, if you don't want to be seen as Aponche, Ojai or Akoko, please stay indoor, because they will be possessed.
All right.
Yes. So this is one of the caution, and everybody must respect. Of course, in the Ashanti region, 1 or 2 calls speak. It is fine now, and we don't think that anybody would disrespect the directive coming from Manhyia.
Yeah.
So far as this barrier is concerned.
All right, that's amazing to know. I mean, please pay heed to whatever guidelines and information has been given out, especially to people who are staying around the routes that will be used to bury our Queen Mother, Asantehemaa Nana Ama KONADU III. That is something you should pay heed to. I know definitely we have someone who is very stubborn, who will not pay heed to some of these information and guidelines given out. So please.
Yes, so let me speak to my senior colleague. He works with the Lawson TV.
All right.
And of course, he's a journalist. He has covered a number of Asante funerals. He understands the Asante culture as well. And the two of us are journalists. We are here covering this event. The last one we were here, we saw what was going on. Today, are you seeing something unique that you have not seen before? So far as your journalism activity is concerned, going around, coming to Manhyia, covering events. Are you seeing something different today?
Senior Tiaronza and Penisi Sabi nipa da wani nso ade no na nya da idu krom dwa wei eto so mpre no ba musa Asantehemaa ekọ ne nsama nkyire ana okọ ne kra nkyire ana wato na nanom siedo ana okọ akura na ba ko na di kan no na afie ko bi de enam se na ebi nsi danti samede no toto we hu sane a minua pani e bisame a na afie ko bi de no na ewo soro pa eche we efisa no na ye hu bi darinti na akoba se fie nwotwe enfie nkrontam yi ya sa hu foforo te enhyeda wo sa de bia wo ye na etoato aso a na enhyeda nya nwanwa bia etisi ade we no etoto ho de a me ogidie se na afie ko bi de no wo soro pa che we
so wo hye ayi yo no a oho a eba ha ene kwan a omo ahofasu ene ne ma oye no so ene so wo so no ye bi ewo mu ereka ene to ba ko no ho
uni se enadwumadie sade obsi ye nte se na afie ko bi de no na afie ko bi de omutu bom ema da bia obi a ope bia na oso oba se su ya yenhye se bia na process formula ene screen service mra ene we mra eti ama yehunu se ase sa chiche mu no ti ama ntamo de da okakra na first na obi atimi ba bitira na afie ko bi de akura na wunya enan na ade asi but we no aye kama every mistakes bia eba wo men kasa na nanu ya mfomso na so dwumadie bia wo ya mfomso kakra tumi ba ho eti na nanu masiesia ma we no aye kra behwe aye kama pa we aye boko asai fefefe.
Good. So what he's telling us is that yes, in 8 years ago, one day Asantehemaa Nana Afiakobi passed on. A lot of people came in Manhyia because they have not witnessed the funeral of Asantehemaa before. For the past 50 years, you know, she reigned for many years. And so observing traditional burial rite of Asantehemaa, majority of the people had not have a glimpse of that. So a lot of people came in here. And the arrangement was a bit confusing. But if you look at this one, it is well structured. Security people are on top of their duties here. And so he is commending the planning committee of this particular DOTE YIE for proper organizing this event. And that is what he's telling us here. Of course, the Anglo people are also here performing their tradition. They are moving around. And a lot of people are here also monitoring what is going on here, catching a glimpse of what is going on here. And I mean, tourism is boosting. I spoke to the Hoteliers Association a while ago, and they are telling me that their members are satisfied with the market.
Yeah.
A lot of people have booked hotels.
Yeah.
And so cash, the Kumasi economy has seen cash. The Kumasi economy is cashing in. It's cashing in, and they are excited. Of course, it is not their wish that next time there should be another funeral. But this funeral has also come at the right time because they are making money from what is going on.
Yes, and so it's amazing that it's not just about the funeral rites, but it's also about boosting the economy, especially when it comes to this part of Kumasi. Definitely, we are witnessing a lot of stuff. I just saw someone clad in a different costume who just passed by, and we are seeing a lot of things. And I'm also hearing our women chanting in songs. I'm hearing our women chanting in songs. I mean, songs that signifies that indeed we are in battle with death. Indeed, death has taken something very valuable. And yes, still live here at Manhyia, live on GH1 TV. There's a lot happening around us. Alright, so as you can see, we still have our chiefs in line, and each umbrella signifies their power. Each umbrella signifies the kingdom. Each umbrella signifies the chieftaincy. And so, as you see our kings and our chiefs in line to pay homage to Asantehemaa Otumfuo Osei Tutu III. So you can see some of these umbrella in black, some in red with symbols. Like I said, each has its meanings and significance in the Asante Kingdom.
Yes,
and each of these chiefs have different roles to play in the Asante Kingdom. So this is a very beautiful cultural practice that is ongoing right here. This is a very beautiful Ashanti culture. Life here on grounds at Manhyia. Please, I would like to know your name, and then I would definitely like to know your presence here on grounds. Because me who ni power here, na me who di entra waba Manhyia Palace ya Asantehemaa eye na se.
Lacha friend we are fair kente. Yeah asomfo me oyokohene ayenkwa.
Okay, and as ohene ahenkwa ya adwumedie bɛn na mudi ma ohene.
Yeah asomfo ye ne asomfo ye som ohene. So obi di ade ba e be che ohene a wo se ye ne yesesako. Na ye rese yes I security for. So titina na security e ma ye no ye ne ana yes I asomfo ye anti yes aboban. Ni nyina yes I adwuma no so ka ho.
Okay, enti ene ewo Asantehemaa eye yase meaning say Nana Hema Mame eye Efiakobi the second ofrimu koye ni 8 years more any and ye Nana Asantehemaa Nana ama KONADU also me sanso efrimo meaning say eba no mojuma mudi ewa hifie ha ya som ana mo be som ya Asantehene especially wo eye yase and in your baby. I want to know, have you seen anything different compared to Nyesi Yewo, Yenana, Nana Efiakobi, Eyenase, and Yakasa Nana Ama KONADU Eyase?
Oh, and a great difference, the difference. So if you end up crown, say I start saying anything, and they toss me and I say, Domino a different crowd, and they say, Domino a different. Nipa hapa, Nipa. And I was at first. Na yes I am man for slow by no ya man for say ya mam rani amane na ya da na di ntibra na be hwabi na sua so no enu ntina ama na say anade na different no.
Okay, better was on here kasaye. So you heard us speaking with a servant of Asantehemaa Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, and what they basically do is they assist the king, especially if someone brings in presents for the king, they are the one to pick it up, and they also at times help with a bit of security when it comes to them securing our king, Otumfuo Osei Tutu II. And again, I also asked him if he have seen some difference when it comes to the funeral rites of our late Asantehemaa Nana Efiakobi II and that of Nana Ama KONADU III. And he's saying that yes, there has been a big difference because, I mean, now you can see everyone trooping in to witness the Ashanti culture as compared to first when there was fear instilled in the youth and people who would want to come witness this. So thank you so much for speaking with us. We are still live on grounds and we are having conversations on the happenings at the DOTE Yie of Asantehemaa Nana Ama KONADU III. I have here with me a chief and Nana Brasia, so I will want to know your name.
Ujna Manhyia, yeso Asante ni Asante. Eti Ronika sa no fatun se kakransa.
Okay, so what you saw right here, what you saw right here is actually some of the rituals and the rites performed here at Manhyia Palace. And so, when they are in action, you dare not interfere them. When they are in action, you dare not interfere them. And so that was exactly what you witnessed here. It's life here at Manhyia, and everything that happens here has a reason. Ain't Nana? What's the Embraya Casayadium? Ain't no Afe Yambraya Casamuni and Casanam Pacho, what I'm about to what Chica cried ya my.
Yo, Mama, it's here for Ashe na Onya be at here or my chef Cassium. Nana assume and crying. Casatania, Odikai. Oka Sante Casa, na Sante Casa and Yanukra. Otufo say to this year about one before. Lecture one more who said Casa na all cano. And yes, I tell was Santia. Tiso Bisamia, Midinde, Nana assume and cry, Casatina, Odikai.
Amazing. Ain't Nana, Senya, Utimi, extra obi, Yankasai, Nakasa Okan is any Musa, Utimi, extra no Senya was so Sikano. And Pempi, Yenya, Uncofobe Brebas, as Asantehemaa, about him fear, ever has Senya near my SCT wa him fear. A biba, one Casaye, 1 year, a toda, a sansa, 1 name Asante, I'm a marine bintino. What's me out from some H1 Dedia? It's not Sabanasa. Wakaya Nipa, what treachery. Now, Utimi, Emma Obi, who send your own ASA and yes, and I know so Obi, ever said of free abontira, Manhyia Fidiama, Fidicasi, I fear her. A day in a day, and I was say, oh, send your bayer, all fan who uncle to us.
Didn't I say? And then now KONADU YIADOM, DOTE YIE, yes, I said to Ada. Now she said, no, Manhyia Fidiama. At idea, I am fata, sell the Baha, Ubet Manyamani. Asa, and Sasa, Yawa Sabi wa, aha, and some fun reable, Ubet me the Yamani. Said Obesia yo, I see no. And also so, you bet me up a moon if ya. Yeah, Cassie soon said. I am man saying na a few Ghana, and ya man, be a few in her. To all bar, baby, I'm penning see any dear on. Nowadays, at all. She said, oh, Baha, now baby, be our ha. Sunny may be in my bosso, and it actually Tituni said yet. Obayani ma, Emphithia, Emphata, what I say. Asumadi. Obaba Boduku, when you was sending him maybe Emphata, yawo. Aha.
Mate, Nanayabadasi, so in church, say, Brian. I know a lot of people have taken heed to it here, Dasi. Well, you heard us talking with Nana, and he is in charge of correcting you if you do not speak our dialect well, and then if you do not dress well, he is here to correct you on that. And so there are some guidelines when you come in here. So please, you should take notice of that. I have here with me our beautiful Queen Mother, and as you know, there is a lot of things happening. We have our Queen Mother, Nana Ama KONADU III. I had DOTE YIE ongoing, and she will be in best person to teach us a lot about when it comes to the role of a Queen Mother. So, Mamima Wakwaba Wadaroma, I would like to know your name and then what Tremi win Chikakra.
Bidin the Nana Equia Tetua the first. Me a Marahima Ewan Sawam Sachikrom. Edesu Mira or the no Kwafakoto, Ewakom Maim.
Nanahima, send your name, Madame Pemi. Na ya share Accra the chief of Fefeno. I told Diana Yanama for the Yanima Mamre Bisa. Na Yahunya Mabebreko so Yana Yana Kakra. Yana Abaya before Edia Maye. And to you as a Queen Mother, I mean some of the significance near my SC, near my air coso. Ewo hima Asantehemaa Nana ama KONADU otoso miensa ye na se no betimi atwe yen bia na.
Yo, me da say. Sana ye nyina ye nimu no. Ye ma me da fam aye ne DOTE YIE. Me ye akwamuni Sachikrom ya she akwamhene ode no kwa afakoto ase. Na ya bakwase mu no akwaman ene Sachikroman aye se anuanom. Nti sa asamoto Santehemaa ya na ato akwaman. Nti ye nyina ye wa ase beka ye wura ode otumfo ho. na waye abrewa DOTE YIE na ayekra behwe nti sho amane amamre ekoso a abrewa kwa ekra na abrewa kwa ekra na yeja ne kwan a nti tuye we ne ye edija abrewa kwan e ma ne ye fe esanse e ma me wa beye bi bebre na waye ede ama Asanteman nti se na wakwa ekra e wasa ahemanfo ahemfo ye nyina ka ye ho bomu ne yetimi ye ma ne ye fe ne edija ma me kwan e ma ne kwa ekra asomdwe mu nti desi na kakra betimi aka nse me ma me wura otumfo se tutu me ma ne hyeden ene Asanteman nyina ene akwaman nyina ye ma ye nyina ye mo hyeden e wo ya brewa oda fam ene den.
Okay, but that's not him. Me pacho mo akwa ba na mo da mo be chere me wunchi. Now afi what chere me ene jumedia na hima mo be di e wo na hima Asantehemaa na ama KONADU out of me say ye say.
Oh, me pacho ye frame me na adwo mankwa akam a odi kai me won nsuo ntem e fija kwa bread north me nkoso hima wo no na ye na de o ye na wo ye maame me ga se wi ase me nyina titi Asanteban o ye maame na se de maame da fom a na se wo ha na se ne ndanse ne ye bi ka ye didi a ye ntimi ka se ye tena fie nti na wo se baba na ye bejam no nti de bae.
Yeah, better I say. And so we are talking to some of our Queen Mothers here who are here to pay their homage to Asantehemaa for the DOTE YIE of Asantehemaa Nana Ama KONADU III. So basically that is why they are here. Thank you so much. And so there's a lot of things happening here. Meko na mene Nana Hema so edin komo. Wadara man pacho bodi no atwa mu nchi kakra.
Ye fam na Asanto a me frebrem ebrem suburu komfo eneme a me frebrem.
Okay. Na me why na Hema de be se me bisa o. Na ye na etse ase Asantehemaa ti ase. Na ejubade ben na odi. What were some of new roles? Jumana Echase Nana Hema di Juma Bose Ben Nana Hema Edima Asanteman.
Nana Hema do ba obabua Asanteman. Ma titira ma obua saboti wo yo hema so ne mama ne. Nana Hema akire se sabe ye fa buo manipa ye fa sompan sunkunya no. Nana Hema do ba ye bi pa no de ko.
Enti Nana Hema ti ase no. Na jumedia odi ni se obeboaboa hemafo nyina no no wa church won amane ene amane ne amane ene nia e wo so wo ye nyina
tinyame ahira no na nsuo na etode de e nyame osu ne nua no se wo ne onua ne e ya Asanteman ye no wu agya no twa se enumre to.
Okay, yeah, but that's it. So Nana Hema was actually speaking to us, and she was elaborating the fact that when our Queen Mother Nana Asantehemaa Nana Ama KONADU III was alive, she was actually mobilizing all the Queen Mothers, and she was teaching them the cultural aspect of the Ashantis, and I mean basically she was leading them, and some of the cultures they had to perform as Queen Mothers. And so we still have some of our chiefs trooping in here at Manhyia Palace. We are witnessing nothing but unique and diverse culture. Okay, so we have Sashi Ebusia Penyin. So we have Sahi Ebusia Manhyia right here with us. She's the one trooping in. And I'm no winning come on. Me pacho wadaro ma betimi aka bibi kakrafa o mai hwene ho.
Ma kan say Asanteman hene otumfo. Ya wa na ne tena fitting problem sa we wa na omotete na onyini ye bibia. Ya wa na tete o. Dia ne Asante ne say for dia ye nyina dia ye ba ko. Aha, ti ya ba se na otumfo so ama ya so ate. Ti ya ba se na ne ya
be fo ya bo bibia kwa ba biom e de ba abusia. 96.5 FM. Yeah, do not hear you. You will be back to be a soy as soon. Am I at me? About life. I give up for no. You will care do our gas oven and stove. How and a Modi Age Jewelry and Bridal Accessories.
Yo, thank you. So we
Modi
had
Age
us
Bridal and
speaking
Accessories.
with one of the associates of Sebi Mahine. And what he basically said is, he is here, that she is here to mourn with Asantehemaa. Also for saying bridal and jewelry accessories. And since we are one, and they come in with unity, since they are an Akan clan, they are here to join up with Asantehemaa. Also for saying to mourn with the queen, as we have our queen mother, Lay and Bird. So that is basically what is happening here. We have some of the chiefs trooping in right here on grounds. A lot of happenings going on right here. I should say that at Asantehemaa we have a very unique culture, which is very diverse. We have a very fascinating culture, and we are experiencing it right about now here on ground. I should say it's pretty amazing. I was earlier talking to you about the different umbrellas and its symbolism. You can see different colors, you can see different designs, and you can see some symbols on the umbrellas. It tells a whole story about the chief in particular, and it gives you the meaning, the symbols identify who the chief is and where he is from, and in a way, it also tells you when it comes to its strength, it tells you about its strength as well. So basically, that's some of the meanings and symbolism. You can see that we have more chiefs trooping in, and we can see some drummers following the king and some of the chiefs here. Okay, so it's good to have you here. Can I be in the middle? Mami jamu fina. Yeah, mom, come on.
Where are the children?
Me pa choya from me Abraham Ankwa. Na na Ankwa pam. Anya fu fa say ni me ho. What say? Abrakata me di me chila free soro ba ye. Ama me fa na asase ya. Asantini ba pa be kwai. Amanse ani ba na me.
Na no se ni ma be brain na ekoso. Eya na abefo. For na ma for ya na aye bibi for fraud ya maye. It's what Daruma. Obeti me at church.
What for them? I say what?
Money be any so. Say oh yeah, ba penny. Our ba ya kasaya mame Asantehemaa Nana amakunadu. Out also me and Sunny DOTE YIE and me so obeti me at church. Amani any amamreni be.
When any abraka pokwa. Dear Eddie Kaino. Ya Asantehemaa sia eye kwasiada nwura no. And now mom be yin adwade be yi ye. And adwada no pan ye de no tompam. Emma otumfo na boafo nyina babema na kwasi no nsembema ne yakọ na wo hwe nso a enne
anyama na feye ana mansene here na yire adusi poku konfanko
o say ye ba ye ye say yan sha asmade because oyo ba pen
mana fe papa
ko hwe no mpa o ba wo
ka kire
ninya cha asante ya mamla ni ya mamla
kafuani bashadi ya wa asante amamla efe
ya chese ya asante fo so aha akani ba de ya ba no yentimi hihye ya ni yentimi hihye asumade yentimi ya tete ya nananom no mo nya saa e kire ekuo ni ani dia ya woma ya mpanifo ya hemafo ya nananom obudi kan yesa na yen so ya to aso enti sanai wo ya baba wa na se wo manhifia na otimase patam a bra na fa wani bahwe amane ani amamra etwabu Asantehemaa mu a
mami no kasa me pacho wudi na biem ya de ya te hihye se nyame adom ochina eni se obibiara e ba bonten se ye ko akokra ye mame nana amakunadu also miensa me bacho wadaroma obetimi api hasi amame obodi anu atre me ye as timamufo edan any day na wo say ye
yo ye fremen nana afia na ntachua me ye bra this year am ye duane ni de se konkron na me na mehu bibi say ya e ma ya kai ye nananom we just ne ekoso ye hu abakosam ene eniema sa bleti mamufo mba yo mu hu bi da no so mo ba o mo be hu niema bi eti sesei ko bi o wa ye wo no hu bibi say da tika mestre sen ko bia betimi aba no be hwe niema because we ya amamle ne amane ya ye ya kire obi am obi ehu anetie
you hear that say mama so ne ye bekasa wadaroma okay ye do ma say someone ye kasa
na wo kasa e kira ne yesi mo obi ampie on say ye de oba panyini ko akura eye say ewremu ye di na ye de ne ko oh ye de ne ko nti ye besra obi a say ye say kina da no ye ko sie ye maame oba panyini Asantehemaa aha wo mpie wo bia ba ye dan wo ba ba chia wo ba ba chia otumfo no nan no miansa na wo ko fie kokoda na bompa ye say ye wo Nyankopɔn ye nananom fa ninje no nto omukukumu boko enti ye besa Asantehemaa ba bi biara wo ye so aha wo enti na ye sase ene bra ene ye ba ye ya kwahwe ye nana ya kwahwe bibia ahemfo wa ha ye nananom anwonafo mo ba ye o esremfo ba hwe de ekoso a bra na behwe bra Asantehemaa ne sekutu
say bam. Okay, thank you. So you heard us speaking with our queen mothers and some of our mothers who came in to witness what is going on around as they were advising all the young ladies, all the youngsters to come on grounds and see what is happening, not just about seeing, but also learn the unique culture Ashanti have. So as you can witness, we have some of the associates clad in red. And we can see some of our women clad in red. And as we call this in our dialect, Adisiedia. As we call it in our dialect, Adisiedia. And so we witnessed that they went around before they formed a line to showcase. Okay, but before I hand it over to you, Magifty, there was something I heard about them going around. I heard that what is here, Adiana is one of many say, or baby, I didn't nice so. Me pacho no cross and main a womb.
Adia white
what? Sad white na who say mano, as one dear mudi chat round. One. So your banner would not swear. Watch a bra.
What one in a bit cra? Auntie, one say, Yabaye, baby, I would meet you about a Hong Kong will be ampeso betiaho. And yes, yap painting if it empty. Nemo, a tre, I don't any amamra yayan or honomo. 18 Pempi, your boja, you would jar or 2 for Sana a honomo. And you want one was a never be our tea, also say an honomo tea. Aha, and unti any a friend bojari. We didn't want to grow mojaberry.
Your friend Jose
Bojari Bojawe, yaha. And the Otana Subebrea, all your banners are Okotano to mojaberry.
Okay.
And the Obicas a BB Niwa, no boy BB or BB or Pa and Toa, no other. Sanity.
All right, so still some funeral rites ongoing right here at the palace. I was just being briefed that just the white thing in the middle where the ladies were going round, there is a saying that it's called Mojawe, which means that a lady cannot sit or step on it, because when you do so, it will bring some consequences, especially if you are a lady who gets your monthly or your menstrual period. It will cease. So far as you step or sit on it, it's going to cease. And you are going to have difficulties in giving birth or
is either birth or menstrual.
Okay, so you are going to have difficulties in menstruating or giving birth as a woman. So no woman has been seen ever stepping or sitting on it.
96.5 FM.
So can you take us through the I walk you through near ACCCA.
The ACCCA, Yahemfo, Otumfo Abrimpon, Enubina Aircraft. Abani say, and Abrimpon, Wahanum no Mobro 70, a doson, and that ban or mobile, Ebimu free, Bruno, Ebi free, Amona.
And therefore, some of us are Mutia and Musia 96.5 FM. You made the air cost to a Manhyia, body aid, jewelry, and bridal accessories, and a soya snap. You made the no air cost so our hair, and a K and gas stove oven, gas stove, any
I see. So I can also see some of our security personnel around. As we all know, they are here to ensure that security is at top notch right here at the Manhyia Palace.
Government officials be Ababedru Hanomo. Yeah, you saw
Okay, so we have the majority leader here with us, majority leader in Parliament. So we have Asantehemaa here. He is walking in right now to pay homage to our king, Asantehemaa. So we have our MP for Bantama, Asantehemaa, here with us. Okay, so we are live here at the palace, and as I told you, we have the majority leader here with us to pay his homage to our king, Asantehemaa Otumfuo the second.
Okay, ma gift you would be say, yeah, bah, I hope for the rings and system for you know. Dodona, no, we saw ma. What you say in free baby pa. Eti a show man saying you know draw to. Yes, I say, oh, aha, Petibia show piano. Dodona, I almost said to let's aha, modern age web. Aha.
Papa. What now the I'm film modern age for when I say. wo sika na wo pese odi adwuma na
aha
ada wa na bad to gold na wo mo ade be sia ma o ebre so na wo hia wo sika no man na ni gold no asesa to aye sika
na se wo sika akọ wo betimi de aye ring no na de ato wo nsa anasa wo de beto wo pa de beto gom wo pa de beto nine wo pa de beto nsa na mere so na se bia wo pese sika na wo kwa awakọ nane we de ntise de se bia wo akọfa dollar bi no aka se so ate gold de se so te ekọ nani ekosoro tin na mama me fa ordin age na dwa ma omo age open omo akira kwa omo Batima
High Street
Batima himfie no opposite wa ho na omo wo number is 506
0506
706
681
06 706 81 omo na so omo sina anase omo so ya sina ye de die kase bro KONADU so ewo ho se ma gift wa ka akire omo eti mame KONADU so number na ma omo se open gas any oven anase bibi sa na aha short bread ni ade meat pie ni ade no aha oven se de to sa ni aba no mame fa KONADU number ni tuja 0243 365 873 0243 365 873 aha KONADU so number no eti esra wa baby a wo bia no so open gas and oven papa na person be share aha bola kese no ho eho ne KONADU wo obaboa ya da tietufo nyina ase na ase maso ase na ya di dwuma di ebrem ya me hira mu nyina
no me and say
ultimate ya catchy and to back ultimate 106.9 FM
e dinu ohene say on ko bia wa
ko tie ho na nsam e
ba ntema ye wia obi ani tia ba bia ye ko
Bremai
me da si ebru
nanom akura
ka si e pa awon ye nyina ye botwi na botwa ni yako me da si ebru
nana ya da se nyamia nim nie mama yen abafu ya hunu niema ye hunu bi da me anami hu se otumfo bie no na tani abena ya boa no ya di ja to ano no na ema na timi de aka asem bia no ya pema nana ye bi da ye beto kanea o predan ho na so na no nso de na se ne se efiri he
da se ebru ana na abafu ensam so nti hu light hu niema otumfo odi asem ana wo ka asem no a ayatane on se na wo ko asore da mu a obo se kanre ye de anim kanre ye nim tane e kania ye di anim no ane tane abasante amamrem na bakosem
nana nyamisrao pa nana konti hine enso ewo ehanomo nana mepacho yese ka mepacho udi
Nana Kofi Boampong, the second. Yeah, continue.
Nana, the airquay, Camfonica Craig, GH1, or my moon TV so be a road, the airco. Nana Camfonica Came, says a baby, Diana, Yadri, Yakwahe.
Is he at the Nahima DOTE YIE away? If we are, it's never sounded to us. It's another copy of Bantuma. If you want to, every forms are for Bushakua, near the Aqua could rule mine. And when the Yena Yako, a Crafufro, I Yaquatinum, Nana, Yedinachi, Yakobokra Ufro, near Tinum, near Sumo Asantehemaa, Ama Asantehemaa, I Crabbe, said the end, Yehuno, San and Anonymous Obey, it's Yansia Besse, Yatuafu, a man near Crabbe, Nancy Sabiam, and Tina.
Nana, Nyamia Domna, or Tana, they say, and as a year, the Nana Quakura. Yini perfect Quabia Moka, as a Brunibecas selected people's beer. Yano woman aircraft, and I say, wait there, Obia Timikobi.
I tell you now, it will be. You will nipa, you are my woman. I did not know and I did not quakura. And you won't come one, Kobe. Na young person be BBC. Na yebobo Asantehemaa hine dimboni nti ania so obia na yenia ye kojara na kwan akobɔ kra wofura ma no no ye fa no nko na yɛnkɔ siesie hɔ ma no yɛmpɛ sɛ ɛkyɛ no obiara bɛgyina abɔnten sɛ Santehene kɔkoraa no ebi yɛsei yɛmpɛ dimbɔne biara yɛnyɛ saa nneɛma no enti yɛsɛ obiara na yɛmfa na nankɔ yɛmfa no kɔto rekura na yɛ nyinaa yɛsan ɛnsom Asantehemaa.
Nana medase Nana Hema ɛkasa no ɔka sɛ ɔkyena yɛbɛdi ka kɔ Bantema. Nana Bantema ɛdan na meyɛ sure sɛ dan na ɛbɛn ɛgyi no. Nana na ɛhɔ nso deɛ ɛnama neɛ ebisɛ nke yɛma nana so a menim sɛ nke yɛde ne kɔ akura ada na ɛsi yɛkɔ Bantema nsa na yɛbɛsia kɔ
deɛ nti a yɛde ne kɔɔ no mpanimfoɔ no nso bi wɔ hɔ ɛkyɛ yɛkɔbo wɔ mama neɛ sɛ na atoro yɛde hyɛ na akɔ adu yi adɔm ɛti yɛde ne kɔ mpanimfie tikira sɛ yɛde ka akɔ hɔ no
nti nananom binom
sɛdeɛ ɔmampanin ɛsoma obi sɛ nkɔdi dwuma ma no a wɔde ne kɔ cabinet ɛma wɔn nyinaa hunu sɛ nnipa atoma si ne yɛ soma no nti abusuafoɔ no mpanimfoɔ no bi wɔ hɔ nti yɛde ne kɔkyerɛ sɛ nana nso ɛkɔ akura nti yɛde ne bɛkyerɛ mu na yɛgya no kwan ɛde no akɔ ɛno nti na yɛde ne kɔ hɔ no.
Nana wei deɛ me mma me kasa nwa me gya mo makɔ no Nana nyame yɛ adom a yɛnim sɛ ɔkyena nana kɔ akura a na gye sɛ ɛha no mu adwo afutuo bɛn na mɔde ma Asantehemaa yɛn abɛɛfofoɔ yi ɛne obi afei na ɔreba obi a wɔte fie obi wɔ aburokyire ɔtie yɛn ɔhwɛ wɔ TV so afutuo bɛn ɛna mɔde ma Asantehemaa yi
afutuo a bɛde bɛma Asantehemaa nyinaa sɛ Asantehemaa nhwɛ nea ɛrekɔ na yɛn nyinaa yɛmfa yɛn ho nhyɛm sɛdeɛ nananom yɛbɛto hɔ mu a yɛnso yɛde yɛn ho hyɛ mu na mmeranteɛ no ɛmfa wɔn nhyɛm na wɔn nsua Asante amammerɛ na yɛn nyinaa yɛni so nkyɛkyerɛ Asante kuro no Asante ɛmpɛ fii yɛyɛ dodoɔ man yɛgye obiara sɛ obiara bɛba mu na mmom sɛ woba na yɛ asoɔden sɛ wobɛgu Asante mmara so asɔre atia Asante mmara deɛ a yɛne wo ntumi ntena kuro no mu ma no nyɛ yie ɛne yɛbɛgya akwan ama akɔ baabi a wofiri baeɛ sane sɛ ha deɛ ɛyɛ dodoɔ man.
Asantehemaa yɛne 2 empires yɛwɔ just 1 empire yɛ yɛtitirani ne otumfoɔ ɔsɛtu a ɔtɔ so mmienu nana deɛ wohwɛ ne su ne ban a na sɛdeɛ nananom ka na yɛ otumfoɔ dii kan no wasen aba bio
meba otumfoɔ me a mekyerɛ ɛdi a mesoro no afɛ kɔbi sɛ wampem mena mo wo bi ni bo a ɔbɛdeɛ ɛno m'ani abere paa ɛsɛ ka menya meba sɛ tutu aka ɔno nko a Asantehemaa momoa no na yɛnyɛ yɛnkora ne nnuane ba n'akyire koro yɛmpɛ bɔne biara obi bɛdi bɔne ɛde ɛte wo sɛ tutu deɛ ɔdaworoma ɛne yɛmpɛ bi sɛ wobiaa nyina yɛn baako ma no ne ɔsie ne maame yɛ ne nnua ba bɛde ma sɛ ɛburu
piao na biribi twa toɔ koraa de sɛ Asante ɛnhoahoa yɛn ho sɛ yɛwɔ ade Asante wɔ ade paa nti yɛmfa hoahoa yɛn ho na nyɛ sɛ ɛkutuu sɛ ɛbam
yo nananom yɛda ase nɔkwasɛm ni nananom akyerɛ sɛ ampa Asante yɛ ɔman ampa nneɛma yɛsisie amammerɛ a ɛretwa guo ɛkyerɛ sɛ ampa nananom ɛwɔ biribi ɛne nneɛma pa ɛde kyerɛ Asantehemaa nyame yɛ adom a ɔkyena yɛ yɛwɔ ɔkyena ne de ɛtwa toɔ koraa yɛkɔ ne yɛkɔgya yɛ nana Konadu kwan na wakɔ akura eti baabi a wɔ bia no baabi a wo a wote yɛn nka bia no na wabɔ mmɔden na wo nso wahwɛ sɛdeɛ amammerɛ ne amanneɛ no ɛsi teɛ na biribiara ayɛ kama ɛde ama yɛn enti no nyame ɔnhyɛ na ɔnte w'anim kyerɛ baabi a wɔ bia no na baabi a yɛdure yɛbɛpɛ sɛ yɛne mpanimfoɔ no bi ɛbɛtwetwe nkɔmmɔ na yɛbisa wɔn mo sɛdeɛ nneɛma ɛsi ɛteɛ eti saa bere dadi yɛbɛ sɛ yɛne wotwetwe nkɔmmɔ kakra okay eti sɛ wowɔ baabi a wo a wohwɛ yɛ biara no na wakɔ so yɛkyerɛ amammerɛ amanneɛ ɛne nneɛma bebree nyame yɛ adom a ɔkyena mpanimfoɔ kyerɛ mu sɛ Every non-crown acrono. Emma obi bia empia bonten anwumre no. Nana no mo ade nana hema ekọ akura etimo obi empia bonten. Mpanimfo se afutu nsa.
We have our founder of VIB Network. KONADU YIE is here to pay homage to Asantehemaa to the second. Daddy, good afternoon. Welcome to GH1 TV.
Let us sit down. I'll talk to you.
Okay, so we have the founder of VIB Network, KONADU YIE, here with us. He is here to pay homage to Asantehemaa to the second. It's all about the DOTE YIE of Asantehemaa. Nana Ama KONADU the third. And so we have our founder here. Since he is the CEO of VIB Network, which comprises of GH1 TV, Ago TV, Abusia FM, Ultimate 106.9 FM. And so, Daddy, our Asante Kingdom. So here with us, Dr. KONADU YIE, who just trooped in to pay his homage to Otumfuo Osei Tutu the second. So you know he is the founder of VIB Network, which comprises of GH1 TV, Ago TV, Kasapa FM, Star FM, Ultimate 106.9 FM, Abusia 96.5 FM, Apa FM, and he is here to, of course,
Yo, yada say. Enti sabre ya papa honorable KONADU YIE anya abedru idea. Na sanete. Abani sanete say honorable KONADU YIE abedru open so and as yana Afiakobi yana KONADU ne DOTE YIE ya says Abani meba cho within the same.
You're from Frank Kweku Amoa, a dear Dodona Dunumi minister, be a police officer.
Okay. And yeah, my young facey camera and said, you bet me at Tomu Ye. Aha. Not just a sanity.
You're from Kweku Amoa. You're from Kweku Amoa, a dear Dodona Dunumi minister.
Minister, oh yeah, dear.
Be a police officer.
Officer. Now, me pacho, Jumadia, who is saying?
Jumadia no, Koso Kama pa, and say 3 days in here, and run nsuo no start sɛ ɛha yɛ kakra baa ɛna deɛ yɛda ɔdoma nkoma ase wate wiem ama wiem ayɛ kama paa
na nneɛma a yɛtwa gu yi ɛnya bia wahu bi da amammerɛ ne amanneɛ wahyia bi da
asante yɛkyerɛ amammerɛ ne amanneɛ asante kyerɛ amanneɛ ne amammerɛ in fact mehu bi wɔ baabiara da ɛne na mede m'ani aba bɛhu in fact yɛaka na mengye ndi bae no deɛ mede m'ani aba bɛhu asante amanneɛ ne amammerɛ a yɛtwa gu wɔ Kumase Manhyia mmɔnten so
enti mete sɛ na bi mu kyerɛ mu sɛ asante yɛ ɔman wadanse deɛ ne sɛ wohu asante sɛ yɛdeɛ
asante yɛ ɔman ampa asante yɛ ɔman on its own woyɛ ho hyia ɛnyɛ yie deɛ nti a yɛka sɛ yɛ ɔman ne sɛ wohwɛ ahemfo afiri kuro bebree so a mabɛtwa ahyia a moba bɛgya yɛwura koraa kyerɛ sɛ asante ɛyɛ ɔman ɛti sɛ yɛka sɛ asante yɛ ɔman a wobɛhu nipa a abɔ ahyia ha koraa a ɛkyerɛ sɛ anaasɛ di ɛdansɛ sɛ ɛyɛ nokorɛ asante yɛ ɔman
meda ase nyame nhyira paa na ɔnte n'anim nkyerɛ wo alright yɛgu so a yɛne adɔfoɔ atitire ɛne adɔfoɔ ɛdi nkɔmmɔ ɛhwɛ nneɛma a ɛsisie yi ho enti baabi a wo a wote yɛn nka biara no na wahunu nana mpakyɛw yɛbɛ sɛ na wotwetwe nkɔmmɔ kaka wodin de sɛn
Efrem Kofi Champon.
woyɛ deɛ
Me nuale Dɔte Hene.
Dɔte Hene
Ane.
nana deɛ ɛsie yɛafotuo bɛɛ na ɔde ma Asantema nyinaa
Asantema deɛ wa wo so taayɛ no ne yɛkɔ so yɛyɛ de yɛ ho yɛnta wɔ bia yɛgye ahohoɔ nyinaa
mapem
baba kenya mozongo yɛnyɛ anwonaga jɔnhye ɛnyɛ wɔho a kenya anwonaga saa nneɛma wɔ nyinaa nka yɛ ho wohwɛ ɛntɛm ha hemfoɔ na atwa Asantehene ho ahyia esiremfoɔ na atwa yɛ ho ahyia nti yɛde obiaa yɛnta bi yɛnta wɔ biaa woadɔ yɛ ne yɛso yɛdɔ wonɔ yɛ deɛ a yɛso yɛnɔw
nana nyame nhyira paa ne afotuo yɛda ase yɛgu so a yɛne mpanimfoɔ titire wɔ a aba dwumadie yɛ ase ɛredi nkɔmmɔ na yɛhu no sɛdeɛ ɛsi ɛkorɔ nana wedeɛ mama kɔ aba nana GH1 yɛpɛ sɛ yɛne mu di nkɔmmɔ kakra because deɛ ɛsie yi yɛnom deɛ da a yɛdi kan a yɛhu bi nie mu deɛ moahu abrɛ nana yɛhu sɛ ebi mo de ntwoma sra wɔ mo ho nyinaa wɔ ha no mo dana ɛkyerɛ sɛ ɔmo si da ne ho na video no TV no bra so yie na ɔmo ho w'anim nana nti deɛ di kan no wodin de sɛ
nana yɛ adakɔ yi adɔm atɔnsu hene atɔnsu ɛhene Kumase atɔnsu hene
atɔnsu nyame nhyira paa nana sɛdeɛ mede kan yɛ no yɛbaa yɛhu sɛ amammerɛ bi wɔ ha mehu bi da yɛde ntwoma a yɛde kɔ abukyia yi asra nnipa bebree ho nana sɛbio aseɛ ne sɛn
yo Asantema mu no sɛ obi yɛkwa ne ntwoma a na nnipa ba asante yɛnkyerɛ sɛ mu deɛ kyerɛ sɛ nnipa ba a deɛ kwa ntwoma tete no ne kɛ yɛbɛku ho a yɛde ntwoma fa ho nyinaa yɛbɔ ntwoma pɛ ne yɛbɛku the very wɔ no bɔden yɛna na yɛni afraid eti sasante yɛ kɔ ntoma no sɛ hwɛ ohu ye sɛ mɛwɔ yɛ da bɔden mɛ ni nyɛ koraa ɛma Asanteman daase
nana yɛda ase ne sɛdeɛ wasi akyerɛ yɛ mu nana mpanimfoɔ kyerɛ sɛ nyame yɛ adom a ɔkyena yɛ yɛwɔ da yɛ mpanimfoɔ ne adehyeɛ ɛkɔgya na Asantehemaa akɔ ama no akɔ akuraa nana adɛn na yɛpɛ sɛ obiara nkɔda anwummerɛ no nkono obiara nto ne pono mu obiara nkɔda ma obiara mpie abɔnten adɛn na ɛno deɛ momma obiara mpie
yo me nana yɛtie ne sɛ Asante no yɛda nso yɛwɔ amammerɛ ne amanneɛ sɛ biaburu ɛkɔsi buroni na aba ɛna ɔbɛhyɛ ne maafo ɛyɛ ne ɛwɔ yɛ mmara wɔ hɔ ɛnkɛnna na dwi sɛ biaburu ɛkɛ nɔɔma bebrebe nanso no ɛnɛ nɔɔma sesa nti no ɛtɔ Asantema mmerɛ deɛ nsesa eti ɛsi obiara nkɔda Pie. I'm saying for the end, you know. If I want to do private, I will only ever say, and just will be an answer in their mind. Yes, will be a for the 7, but we need to be for your money. They had the end in their way. It will be a die before. Santa Mamma, and you be free, never become. Be a for them before. That's it. You can see it, and the work cry and near free.
Nana Jamia Doma, Otsuna, and you ran on Crono, Elcobo Nunduno, and Peninform Yanti, say, Nana no more helpful, or 2 4 in a trunk when you do an imbetum of Bantama. Nana Bantama, the name Sanka Brema, and a Bantama, dear. Nana no more money.
You, Bantama, a mamma Passono, I said, you go Bantama, sir. Bantama, I said, you go Bantama. Koyama Mania, we are son and not to Pado, I could tell enough of my mind. The Bantama, yet never come. Akoyama Mray, ye come with them. Before ye come with them, the Bantama, I said, didn't come. And son, a tap of Bantama, a tap of my mind. To Melana Piana, Piana, that's Piana, Piana, that's I say. And Nipa. Said you be a kindness one theater. Piana, that's Debra. You go to Piana, Santima Domo.
Pia, Nana, Yamin Shrow, no man patente. Yo, I don't for Yoguswa, Yanni, Yananama him for a titra, or 2 for 1 share and a tutungo. Nana, what a Roma, within the same.
A private Nana Aquasiabe. Nana Brayson, me barano.
Okay, wait there, a Jano Oba. Nana, a mamrani amania, Yabetuno, Nana Yadom, and Nana KONADU Yadom, a years and a DOTE YIE. No question is a young bidder. Yahun Yama baby, Nemu Bakwa, Nana Yapeso to your 4 hour honor say. Nana Yatsa Yatisemo Biam Fata, dear Sunkubi and Maha. Nancy Yabaya, Yamu say, who are an answer for Kobe womb. And Susana, Susana, say, I didn't hear.
And Susana, and so yeah, they are Mamma, they are a good phone. Ogo how will you? Ogo how the tomb, Ogo how about on a visit, and what baby I had. And so yeah, they are a good idea, but don't one, or what yes, say. Ogo him a year, wait, Asantehemaa, Rora, I'm not putting up any, and what up. It's definitely no go high, so yeah, a man is over the net show with you. Where's the Belbo? But the Corona and Obetu by Mawana. So, now the net, I say, no back camera for because you're better about body. I'm a reference.
Nana Yadase. Nana Yanina, your Trayania, I dear Peter be or Honoma or Tomb for a tesso. On a him for a tesso, Nana, and a day.
A friend soon be so. Nana, you my band, eh? And when a chair or 2 for the libre, what's not so? For a higher, a chair will be a washer. Robia so what it is, but over had the
Nana Yadase. Yahuna said, I bring Poma, a Joe Tomb for 1 year. I am for bears and me, how many abel drew song. Ewa Hanomoa, Obia, yet, Namamre, and in a man, said the Yama, a citizen, she says it here. Ewa. Nana. Yahuna said, and Yama, no, Abusum Semwum, not Dana, Matissa, what's now Yabaya Ufusum Amano. I saw 4 bebem. Yabian and Aquadritiasiano. Now, or quite sorry, Anna.
Or quite sorry, oh, that's a good friend. Oh, put in the one with Umbe Yasaramano. A Yasara, that will be taking man. It's not that's what sanity.
I saw for whatever a woman.
Sanity, so that you know, I'm afraid no more yet, and of course, of ideas of idea.
Others by Yadasena, a foot to Ampes or the man Asantehemaa, Titlo Ghana Manina, yes, say Asante or mine. A dear Masantia Stronco, Ewa this year can you name Ghana Hannah, we are seeing.
The Masanti or mine is a Hannah. I am for my hill for in a whole rabbi. I often so. I need Panabay, my parents over there 66 to 70. Oh, Moshana here. And 1 year global and your mind in Anna and Shenasi. And listen, I said, Asante, and your mind. Because a mind in Ocean as Asante decided.
Nana, yet I say, the Chato Crano, my futu, and man in my futu, na Jimmy, you yes, I say, ye. Yabaye, me have a new dia, one to one, one to show a near cheek. Nana, and so I won't offend the Muslim. Eti otum for me te so me ya se mo bia mfa ke kaye bia nka na hona mfa maha mo ye se ya hu se asante amamre no ma na ho fa nkasa na na futu be na me pasa anya ma we
futu abede ma be nwa no mo wa ne se amamre de ento ntwene do ni mamamre no on sa amamre nti abye nyina ye mfa se ye be ya ase a ye nyina Asantehemaa edampem na ye nyina ni abre na obi aba ka fe no bi twitwene no ma ba to na no aba ju sane sa asase ebre wo mi breda didi ko to bia di bibia keka no ye mpenke ka wa bia ye hu se ye ni abre ye ata ko dom pa ye ni abie ena ye ni abre bia nti se bu ofa mo amuna tuma
nana otran drop e betimi adi machi ana drop otran betimi adi machi
no problem
ma ye nkobi ai nana e wa hanu mi baby a wa wohye bia no GH1 TV Ghana ana wohye free nana konadu ana da for me nana kwadu a otoso miensa ana ne ye ne DOTE YIE abani ye betimi atwon komo kakra GH1 me ba cho udin adesai
me de Kofi Ata
udin no
me de Kofi Ata
me ba cho na uduma die ne sai
ya bla for Kotokuma mu achimoda Kotokuma here ne bai samre watenase
eti osomwo achimoda
sa pepe
eti o hene din de say
osi ade o Dr. Frimpong aso achim Kotokuma here the fourth
ya wo se abrafo no mani abriye pa ewo nana konadu ni DOTE YIE ya se kane no ebre bi atwa ne ya se abrafo no wodi ho agora omo betimi atwa wuti anase BBC enei saa neti ana
on se first no na ye de sikan na we ahwede ene no ma akola ahwede kra no betimi de ne se ahura ne are o ja se enti me kan na be chire mo ba na me chire se first na saa no ma no ene die enam aban ne amane saa nsem ntino untimi emfa mlan show nsem entweli petisa esa woni emlan ne enya what I say
nana nyame nsira pa na onto wo nkwanem eti afutuo be na ade be ma ye nkyire me
samle me kan na me kan ma ye nyina Ghana fo nyina ibi asante ye wo eni ani ebedru nanso ebedru ni ehun se bibia de na kwem ye fa ba ko yo entra sise ya first ni na ka Kotoku ene asante na ka omonka be ne no ha Kotoku ma he tutu ni chacha mu aba asante ma he asante he anim ebe chia no enti no so wo se first no ma no eni obi ene no odo no ye de tena sa pepepe
ya nyame onsra pa we abusha bia ye we ye wo nana konadu yiadom otoso miensa ne DOTE YIE ase oba de che na o kire ya wodai ana nananom ade ato adofo animu se ye betimi aja nana konadu kwan amana akọ akura na opani ba ko ha ye misa fache wudin de se
ye fam nana osai bonsu
nana osai bonsu nana fache no wo se ade bi wo hu nyina ye de
we say ye ochiman akota de kase me the whole eastern region abrafo nyina hene no
wona ye eastern region abrafo nana tete no na eye adwuma ben
tete na eye abrafo na eye asojafo na aposifo wa hemfie eti yakota de kase said ye asojafo akota de no yeso ye de no
nana se we de obi tutu e be kan wo
dabi eduro ho anya de bibia bisi
Ejaculate me too.
We are Ochihine, Bravo, and
Me the whole Eastern region, a bravo in it. It is good to Queen and enemy by.
Nana, you heard said ye, and Yaman City war, and Nana Kwadu, the DOTE YIE Yasia. A foot to obey, and I would ma, at the foot, Nina, Nikrome, or Henina.
Foot to the Bema woman, and said, what I was all ball bray. So what if you are small ball bray? Yamibuana, Yametro and Safra. Also, Sania, Nana, Nayan. Salam Jidis also a yebe. One more bray, dear, and you will never be bassa.
Medase, Nana, Yami Unshop, say, only Akasa, Yami Unshop. 80 Yaguswa, Yane and Penning 4, I am for Abamon Penning 4, Edgerton Como, I will GH1 as so. Na baby a yadre Yaguswa, Juma, and Tinama Nuguswa make a child say, about the other dum yana, or Traya Wade, and a Yakoja Yanana. Konadu Yekojano Quine, Amanana, Aquacoda, Boko, 90 Sanetia, Nana DOTE YIE no, Ochna, and Yumra non crono, 90 Yade Nana Air Quakura, Peninfortrum say, a more BMP Abontain, show demo, not one woman, Monuma Home, ever ho, Nabibia, and yet Kama, oh, and tonight say, Sana etie, Yaguswa, Yane are the 4. And in penning 4, Eddie Jumadiano, Kama, Ewa Hanamo, Eddie Yanin penning 4, a Kentra Warning, Adisha Chokri Wesha, and Yaguswa Yedi and Komwe, Abusia 96.5, Ultimate 106.9, and Star FM Accra, and Afei, GH1 TV, Ago TV, and Motiyanka, Muhuya so Yami Oshramo, now on tape Nenimon Tramo. A human Yaguswa, Yaguswa, Jumano, na Ente, and Penning 4, Akasa 4, a Kintra Wafono, Ebi Mombasa, Ababe Piemo, Awaha, Nabibia, Kama. Yo, I was ya, Yaguswa, Jumano, and Yaguswa. Yaguswa, Jumano. Na, Menoka said, Bessa, no name, Kononumo, open so, ever sorry. That time, no, I just said, the answer, the no, ever, and ra, yes, I see a free, a da, a Jordan, no, and then a Wukwada. I just said, and he said, Yenina, Yenimono, Asantehemaa, and in Amania, and I Yaniguswa, Yache, at what for any addition and for no concern, say a casse, Asante, your maya, na a no crack, say Asante your mind, na a mumma, I'm for a mema of for, HSA Asante the Muslim Kunene. I want to say, Manhyia, I am fear Hanomon said, Yenuanomo, I'm going to fall, ever be Piamuha. Now, no question, sir, I'm on my dear, any century near my bay, dear. No question, I know a dear pa. Sir Osha, who would say, near my Esicro. No question, ye. Adiana, or more, each nippanimus, dear sir, a Casaya Bibia, just say to me, I will Honomo. Yaguswa, Yano. Aha, Eti, won to me, Apiemo, our Manhyia, if you hanomo, and of course, they say, Organa, my Munti, Anna, Yabumio, our baby Pio Hanomo, or just fancy a pa, or just fancy a pa, won to me, Ababe true, Manhyia, Ficasiamo, a hanomo. Ya dodwana abambofono ewa ni ncha ya bono ho ban ensentro fo atwa ne ho ahia nipa bebre ene no na nabi enso eka no ho na kwase ne se ene na bi wa fa no ho pa ne space no so ya kama ya wa pie mu e wo ha nipa e wo manhyia efie ha no mo no e do so ye pa nipa do so ye pa abrafo ene adofo mukuta etuo atratuo ene adehye no obia ye na adwuma said the human obia yani dia enti amamrande ye ntontwene awa ha eniema esi wo fie ha kire se ampa asanteman ye wodo ahemfo adehye ahema enyina ewo mu ha a wo hu se ampa ye wo ade a oye ewo hanomo na abasoba ba ko a ye de bebo zoom lion for and say a free say Jumandia shall see a Sabra Yaka say Womo Robin who a fee our bontain, whom a fee bia our bontain. Manugu Swam and Oka say a job on us say a comfort any abrafono as sa out of 418 war a Jumuha any among my son in Saint Renia one more a yano a demonstronco na atratuono. Aha, atratuo no ana abrafo no ba kwama so a oto no na me kire se zoom lion for ebo adwuma sonko ewo ehanomo fire service for enso eguso omo ye adwuma sonko enu nti ba bia wo bia no nananom atra nkonwa atra sia yeji sika yeji akwanso de ede eja nana kwan ama nana akọ akura said the etiano enti GH1 ena woti yanka se ya bepie mu ewo Manhyia fikesie mu ehanomo ye papa honorable Kwabena Dofo the CEO the president GH1 ena abusia EIB oni empanimfo no enyina ba be hia mu ewo ha honorable.
So, the Ashanti Regional Minister, Dr. Frank Amakohene, and so Abedru ha. So that is the Dr. Kwabena Dofo, founder of EIB Network, together with the Ashanti Regional Minister, Dr. Frank Amakohene, former Ashanti Regional Minister, Honorable Alexander Akon. They have finished far passing the body and have gone to, greet the Asantehemaa Otumfuo Osei the second, and they are now stepping out from Manhyia. In fact, I must say that Manhyia is full to capacity. All those who matter in Ghana politics are currently here sympathizing with the Manhyia royal family and also paying homage to the Asantehemaa Otumfuo Osei the second. Delegation from the Northern Region House of Chiefs are present. Various chiefs from the Northern Region are also here. All the divisions within the Asante Kingdom are also here to pay their last respect to the Asantehemaa and also go and pay homage to the Asantehemaa Otumfuo Osei the second. A while ago, the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Chairman Wontumi, National Organizer of the New Patriotic